Nyam, nyam.
死にたいなんて言うなよ諦めないで生きろよそんな
Whoa.
歌が正しいなんて馬鹿げてるよな小さい自分は死んでもよくて周りが死んだら悲しくてそれが嫌だからっていう英語なんです他人が来てもどうでもよくて誰かを嫌うこともファッションでそれでも平和に生きようなんて素敵なことでしょう画面の先では誰かが死んでそれを嘆いて誰かが歌ってそれに感化された少年がナイフを持って走った僕らは命に嫌われている価値観もエゴも押し付けていつも誰かを殺したい歌を簡単に電波で流した僕らは命に嫌われている体らしく死にたいだとか体らしく命を見てる僕は命に嫌われている
Bam, 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 bam.
お金がないので今日も一日中ダミンも謳歌する生きる意味なんて見出せず無駄を自覚して息をする寂しいなんて言葉でこの傷が表せていいものかそんな意地ばかり抱え今日も一人ベッドに眠る少年だった僕たちはいつか青年に変わっていく年老いていつか枯れ葉のように誰にも知られず朽ちていく不死身の体を手に入れて
Just blabbering. Hello, Jay. Why is this so low? Hello, beautiful. Isn't it so low? Or is it just me? Nope, that's hands. You shouldn't sing that yet. Hello, Ricky. Hum. He got hands. I got hands. It's not just a face, I also have hands. It's not just a pretty face. And of course, we're listening to the new roll. Because why wouldn't we? Yeah, I love evil. I love evil. Hello, Broly. How is you? Eliv. Evelyn. The Evelyn. Coyote. Yes, Coyote. I'm doing well, thanks you. Thank you. Okay, hello. I did my preaches. I did my announcements on where I remember to do anyway. Ooh. Singy Robot Girl is back, says Cabbage. I saw Alex was playing chess yesterday.
Don't tell me what to do!
Ah, okay, sorry.
Thank you for the sub, J90306. I love you so much.
Jay, I love you so much. Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. He played just one match? What? Why? Let me logo at Twitch. I gotta increase the sound of our hello beautiful because it's very low. And the EP. Let's see what else we can do. Let's play until he loses. So he lost what? I can't believe it. This man has no winning spirit. What is this? Alerts. Edit alerts. And then we go to your channel points. And we go to let's test each one, okay? Let's see.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, this one is nice.
I'm not cute. I'm cool.
I'm cool. This one can be a little bit louder. Come on.
I'm not cute. I'm cool. I'm not cute. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Where's the ASMR tag? Oh yeah. Since Alex is now admitting he's a cutie, there's no point, right? There you go.
I'm not cute. I'm cool.
I'm cool. And this one. Wait. Gotta send it to OBS. Come on. No video though? No, I see video. Yes, because I clicked the wrong thing. Let's see this one. Twitch.
Hi, honey. I love you.
This one is good. This one is good. This one.
Oh hi.
Yeah, this one can be increased considerably.
Oh hi. Oh hi.
Oh, hi. For science.
Are you kidding me?
Ow. Why is it louder? What happened? Well, good job. Now you cannot do it for an hour. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Increase this.
Are you kidding me?
But I can put it on right here. I just don't want to put her talking.
Stupid bitch.
Oh, that's a good note hitting she's doing.
Stupid bitch. You're doing great. Good job.
Born too late to explore the earth. Born too early to explore space. Born too late to explore the earth. Born too early to explore space. Born just in time to span wings. What did one ocean say to the other ocean? Nothing, it just waved. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Oh yeah, I gotta put that one too. I gotta put that one too. You found my match? Oh, hi, Dika.
Get out of my head.
Oh yeah, I know Ayapu. I also know Appy. Apple Juice. Apple Juicy K. There's one more. It's not my match, it's my sister, my family. Much like Apple GCK from Winky's stream. I'll continue looking. My match is Honey. Do you know Honey, Cole? That's my match. My match was pineapple. Hell nah, pineapples can die. Why is there a clip of her starting soon? Man, these guys, they don't do her justice. When I had a friend of mine that streams and she's been streaming for like 10 years. When I found her, I wasn't even parasocial. I was just a fan, okay? And I would clip all the time. The girl was so funny and people were not clipping her enough. So I dedicated myself to clip her.
I love the subbed room feeling. It feels like
this is definitely randomly now confirmed.
And I can hurt you as much as I
Yeah,
desire.
no, look at this. Look at it. So pretty. Even though we're both cosplaying in this, but anyway.
Hi, honey. I love you.
Oh, there she is. Speaking of the devil. Or the angel, that is. Speaking of the angel.
I have to end this bidding war. I'll just run down some of the most infamous bidders.
Hello.
Chumba 2M, unmatched in bravery and conviction, even to his own detriment. He won't back down.
This is
Not
also
ideal for normal society,
also
but
her
incredible for the
in
world.
cosplay, of course.
Now, on the other hand, Chumba Twire, who's unsure whether his true nature is evil or nice. This means you can never know if he is being genuinely nice or
Also known as
pretending just
Honeycomb.
for laughs.
Yeah.
My advice? Never trust someone who can't make up
What
their
is
mind.
this? What
Or
is this?
alternatively,
I don't
trust
know.
them
Let me
with
see
your
if
life.
they're gonna make
As
you
an
justice
evil
with the clips.
character,
We were
you
just
can
saying that
always
your
count on
clippers
them
are
to
not doing you
backstab
enough
you in
justice,
the
but
end. If you're evil, that is.
let's see.
Nice ring vitality.
Oh my.
An answer from this world?
Get scared now. Well, I'm still scared of the dark.
That
but
is
you
an
know,
old clippy.
Baby steps.
Pam, 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 pam. Please don't scroll up. I was definitely not trying
Thanks
to
for
break
the
you
10
guys up.
gifted
He
subs,
wasn't.
CJ
He was
Maxi K. Keep
just
up the good
genuinely
work.
trying to be helpful. But no, Apple is just my family. Just part of the Apple family.
Thanks for the one gifted sub, Daminex. You know, some people say that subscriptions are just virtual likes, but I love.
That's what I
each
mean.
and
You
every one I
can't
get.
end apples.
Thank you.
Apples are in everywhere, in every shape or form.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Oliwanda. You're awesome.
Should definitely not have to sit it.
Corpa clap?
Oh
Nah,
my
you guys are
god.
all so nice. I don't think you deserve an evil clap. Thank you so much for the sub.
She's gonna look at you like
Why did the failing
evil
AI
does.
lose the running
Wait,
race?
let me mute her.
Because I
No,
took a
bitch.
shortcut through their motherboard. Oops.
Shush. She's gonna look at you like this. This is gonna be Nicole looking at you. Pathetic. Where's the thing that Jay sent to me? I downloaded it. I just didn't add because I forgot. Do I need to join VC? You can. You can join VC. I think you could I think he could be in trouble. Apple and Honey just chatting. Oh my god, this guy is a fan. Can't believe that. Wait, what is happening? Stream just broke. Hello?
ました生存志向の再戦電源なんてありませんただ歌のみですふらふら
あわお
この4倍苦い週末ゲージは残りわずかです次の方はどうぞ怪物たちは祈りました哀れな惨状の聖杯真っ赤になった黒歴史焼き付いたで最後の最
Hello, sorry, give me a.
Oh, this shit. Holy. Let me get audio with this. No, it's I meant that the neural stream is yeah, I was saying hello to Honey. Sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to bonk your chat and put them all the way down to. I'm gonna bonk them all the way to outer space. Forget it. China's not far enough.
Oh.
Except for Jay. Jay's fine. Jay's sweet.
Siska G.
Only decaf.
Only decaf.
Only decaf. This is only decaf.
Wait, let me find your little.
Thanks for the one gifted sub Sabretooth. You really touched
Unless
me.
My
you can-
little honey that bounces around.
Not all
Yeah.
claps are created equals. Thank you for the
Yeah,
5
unless you
gifted
can
subs,
fix your
Fostex. You
food.
just
But
saved 5
don't worry
lives.
about it.
And those 5 lives now live for me.
I think I
consistently
don't know
entertaining your
what's going on,
presence,
so.
you lose, I guess.
It's because your Fugitech's gonna show differently. If I put it on
It
Hey,
should
Metan,
be.
Have you ever felt like a plastic bag
Okay, let me.
drifting through the wind
I don't
wanting
wanna
to
do
start
this.
again? Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, Shigoshas. I hope you have a great day.
You don't have to. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. I'm here and around. You sure?
That's not. No,
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
I mean, it's fine. They can hear you.
Thanks for the sub. I really like Mr.
Yeah,
White.
that's all
Do you
that.
think
That's
you
all
could
that's
introduce
needed.
me?
Right. Okay. I fixed it. I think.
You did?
Honey, I knew I'm a match too. If you like cough, if yes, I'm going to punch you. You're going to go into the next freaking millennia.
Thanks, Nathan. Thanks for the 5
Oh, you did
Oh,
fix
I
it.
will
Willy Wonka
sucker
cola.
punch
I
you
don't
to the
like chocolate.
point where you go into new universes that haven't
Thanks for
been
the 10
discovered.
gifted subs, CJ Maxi K. You're a legend, mate. I'm trying my best, everybody.
You did fix it. Look at this thing.
Thanks
Look
for the sub,
at
Green
this
Tea.
cutie.
You must
I
really
can't
love trees.
even.
What do you mean?
Thanks
Look
for the
how
one
cute
gift,
she is.
Mod now.
What do you
If you ever
mean?
want to do more, DM me. Do
What
the
is
message,
this?
not the BTTV
Oh,
version.
no.
That is a lie.
Streamer sim,
That is
not a
no
TLS
lie,
button.
man.
It is a lie. I'm not
XD,
cute.
My laugh is so funny.
Says
Thanks
the
for the
cute.
gifted sub Sabretooth. Hope you're enjoying
That's
the
an
stream
old
and
drawing. I
today's
have to
weather.
update that.
It's quite
I
hot
swear.
today. Thanks for all the
I
emotes.
mean, you get it
I
around
find them
time
very
soon.
entertaining.
I hope. Also, let me.
Thanks for the
I'll
one
update it when I
gifted
update the
special
model
edition.
and stuff like that.
Fishko.
I'm almost. I haven't been working on it because it's been super cold and my hands have been super cold
Oh no.
down here. So my basement is cold. So I'm sorry for those who are trapped in my basement. It is cold.
I'm glad I'm not in the basement. Mwah. I'm not in the basement, right?
No, you're not in the basement.
Okay. The silence. I was like, okay, maybe I am in the basement. Not sure.
Maybe. Angie, honey, what is this clip? What is this? What is this?
Angie.
Honey,
what is
match
this?
too. If you like cough,
Why?
if you yes, I'm
Jay,
going to
why?
punch you. You're going to go into the next. Is that where you put people who make you angry? No, those are the people that continue to call me cute. That's the jail cell. It's my basement. Jail is too much.
Jail. is
So basement it was. It was either jail or basement. They all picked basement. So
I see.
A harsh truth, yes, no. It's no. Are you patting me? What the fudge?
Wait, let me flip this.
I'm being blushed. I'm blushing because pets. I love pets. Pets, 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 pets. Yay, pets.
Wait, I can actually.
Yay.
Where's my hand? I can actually. Can actually bite.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's weird. Wait, like this, like this. Maybe you need to move you. Hold on, move you like this.
What
Oh,
is
there.
this? Hmm. This is just great. This is how you keep me sane. This is how you keep me safe. Just anything can be, almost anything can, as long as you pat me, anything can like be undone. You call me cute, I say no, give pets, there you go. It's like I can't, it's like my weakness. Pets are my weakness, but not my entire weakness because I will fight you people if I have to. You can't pat me out of that.
What will you do? They do what, for example? Give them boundaries.
I'm looking at decaf right there in chat. I'm watching this guy.
You're watching me.
I'm watching you. Better be careful. Sleep with one eye open. No, I'm joking. Those pats ain't gonna help you. Those pats ain't gonna help you. They're not gonna help you. Sleep with one eye open, my dude. They're not gonna help you. I told you, they may be a weakness, but they're not a forever weakness.
They're not a one thing in itself.
Also, I'm really sorry. I'm just like, I just kind of, I'm ruining stream. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm
No, you're
sorry.
good. I'm focused on trying to put this
Hi, Mama.
in this thing. What is this? The J.
Also,
Hi, Mama. Wait, this is not the thing. This is the thing that we needed to what?
that's not the thing.
Olá, espero que estejas bem, espero que estejas bem. É um stream. Obrigado, Mama. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. The power of alcohol.
I still don't get all of it though.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
That's
drinking.
What?
It feels stumped.
It's you're gonna see.
Do I want to know? I don't think I want to know. I don't think I want to know.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's very interesting. But I gotta make the points. I'm actually gonna have to resort all these because there's so many rewards now that it's kind of confusing. But until then,
What? I'm just being pat infinitely. I love this.
just being pat infinitely.
Yay! Did you know that apples are not edible?
Yes, apples are not edible.
But if I nom you, that's a different story.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Only I'm able to nom. That's interesting.
It's because you're a
Sus.
witch, so you have different abilities.
It's because I have your soul.
Yeah. Like I'm not
I
gonna
have your soul.
die. I'm not gonna die, you know?
Maybe not,
What, you want to kill me?
No. I have your soul, but I can. Do something and I can.
Oh, I'm not doing anything. You were saying the same.
Hey, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Wait. Squish.
Nani? Nani?
I squished you. Marry Apway and you'll never need a doctor.
Oh, damn. What do you call third party risk? What is this?
What is this?
Jay, it says the file is too large. Cannot add it. What the hell? Wait, it's not even. It didn't even
A
download.
wingman.
It didn't even download it.
But soon I have to go because I have to start something. I'm supposed to be with Alex.
Yeah. Oh, now it downloaded. Okay.
I have to do this stream with Alex. We're gonna see how this works. Lucky charm.
Maybe you're gonna
Lucky
leave the
charm.
first part of the map, right?
With
Maybe this
my
time.
cutie pie. So wait. Does this mean that Jay is parasocial with Alex? What is this?
He's Alex's cat.
I'm his cat. Okay.
Does this work? It doesn't work.
Are you testing that stuff now?
I'm trying to add it, but it's not adding, so I'm bugging out.
You.
Oh.
And it's hard to call this parasocial. That is true. I just don't know if Alex is around.
Yeah, he's not gonna be around until a little more. So you're more than just a parasocial. Oh. Okay, let's see this. Does it work?
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking.
The power of alcohol.
It's 8 seconds.
Alex is not around, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm going to
drinking.
start stream eventually.
Ooh.
The power of alcohol.
Oh, speaking of just having to leave and being cold down here. So guess
Yeah.
what's broken? Our heating is broken and we need to replace it.
Oh no. Just the heating. No problem.
More money in the garbage,
More money in the garbage. Read my message. Guy doesn't get it.
Because I love bow ties.
Okay, so we want to be cold then. Oh.
No, I don't want to be cold, Mom. I don't want to be cold, but it's just we spent a lot on the house already. It's like we're making a new house.
Oh.
And you ignore me. What the fudge? What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry.
Alright, we're gonna start looking at some things. I guess. I guess.
I'm sorry, Jay. I didn't mean to. Then shush. I'm sorry, Mom.
Let me just
Fine.
do
I shush. I say shushed. I say silent. It's blah, blah, blah. I can't English. No English.
Just
Blah,
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 blah.
blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Rar.
Rar.
Yes,
She
rar.
goes rar.
I'm joking like 60% of the time. It's okay. I take every joke, half a joke. I take the joke 50-50. I take it as a joke and I take it as something serious because I'm bad at reading. Wee! What are you doing?
I'm moving people. I don't know where to put them. Hold on. Why is it?
Put them where they always been. Put them where they've always been. What are you doing?
I don't know where they went.
What are you doing?
Where they went? Right here. Oh, you stay right here in the corner. In the corner. You got the corner for you now. So, this, I'm gonna show some Twitter stuff that I saw. Weird things, always weird things showing up in my feed. What can I say? Where is the screen? Okay. So Inaya, we mentioned her before. So apparently, she had to drink this, and this is cursed.
Isukiya.
This is cursed. I think she says on the here what it is. It's apple juice, a crime already. Black pepper, birthday ice cream, pineapple, peaches, and the worst of all, pickles.
This is pickles are not that bad.
And then yeah, she said it tasted like pickles. The pineapple did not help. The ice cream made it creamy. I do not recommend this. Now you see, it's because we share.
Gross.
It's because we share a common thing that we don't like is pickles.
This is gross.
I can't do pickles.
This is gross.
I can eat pepinos.
I'll eat
I love
the
them,
pickles for you.
Pickles, no.
I'll eat the pickles for you. There, easy
like
peasy. Everything that comes with pickles, I'll just eat them for you. There, easy peasy.
Hey, yay. Okay, I think this is fine. I looked at my bookmarks. There's nothing weird.
But eating pickles with
cutie.
dairy, I do not recommend. He's so cute.
Yee. I think I can do this. That's how
I
people
like ice cream. I like
pickles
ice cream.
with diarrhea. Many must love your toilet. What?
But I don't eat pickles with anything. No, ice cream is ice cream and it's its own thing. And you can put it with like baked goods and that's yummy. But hell no.
I
also,
think that's
I want
supposed
to
to be a
pet
bad
kitties,
thing.
but I can't pet kitties.
Yeah, we can look at them though. Also,
I
this
wanna
guy
pet the
is
kitty.
me in real life. How to make me happy. That's simple.
I want to pet the kitties. You don't like ice cream, you love ice cream. That is true. I go crazy for ice cream.
Ice cream. Okay,
Okay, that
here.
might ice cream. So here's the tier list of weaknesses. Ice cream is at the top. Nothing can beat ice cream. Then it's Pat's. And that's number 2. And that's it right now for things that I love. Genshin is probably number 3.
Ice cream.
I love ice cream. I don't like
Also,
ice cream. I love ice cream.
Mama, look at this. Wait. Oh. She can get hats. Scratch, 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 scratch.
Yay! Yay!
Look at this. Another one of those.
No. Ice cream is to be eaten all year round. I don't care how cold I get. Ice cream is ice cream.
Ice cream. Would you prefer hot chocolate? Nah, I mean, you can have both. You can have both.
Yeah, have both, you know? Or what people do is they put it on like a baked good. Put it on a brownie. You have the warmth and the cold. There you go. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
I still have my breakfast here.
What if we made one of these ones, but it was of ice
I'm sorry.
cream?
I'm sorry. This is where I live. What do you mean? This is an average Tuesday.
You guys,
I'm sorry. Do you know where I am? I'm in Canada. Number one, we don't have nothing here, and it's cold as hell.
Yeah, you shared the cold.
It was snowing yesterday. We're almost in spring, man, bro.
Oh.
I'm eating. Nom nom. Sorry.
No, it's okay. What if we made one of these ones, but it was ice cream? Could we sell it for 10 million?
I would buy it for 10 million. No joke.
Like, this is just mud.
Yeah, but ice cream.
Yeah, but this is just mud, and they sold it for 8.2 million. A rotating
Bruh.
mud. A freaking rotating mud.
Okay,
no.
can we get can I get one that ice cream?
We can make one that is ice cream. I think it's possible.
We're supposed to be talking, right? I'm doing a good job. No.
Yeah, we're talking. This is how it is. It's just talking streams are literally a bunch of nothingness, and somehow people
just nonsense. It's nonsense.
It's always nonsense.
It's talking with your chat and nonsense.
It's just being.
Also, I love the fact that the whole metal pipe is now like half an hour.
I saved this. This is a thing we could talk, but there's just a lot.
It's an alcohol thing now. There is alcohol. This is my favorite though. This one is my favorite.
Honey, I love you.
That's the hands I'm using. Ooh. Where's the other hand? Ooh. We can do
Hi,
this.
honey.
We can do this.
I love you.
We can give her little ears.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I saved this because this is
Oh, yeah,
BTMC
let's go.
on freaking Streamer Awards. This is insane.
Let's go.
A guy from Usu. Oh, this is a crime. Did we watch this before? I don't remember. This is a crime.
Isukya, what is this?
You're just going to
What
place
is
your
this?
ramen
What is
bricks
this?
down, and these
Why do
are
you always find the
uncooked.
crime
We're only
ones?
going to use half of the flavor packets and just spread them out over the top.
Why
After
do you
that, you're going to
always
use
find the
32
crime
ounces
ones? I
of your
don't
favorite
understand.
marinara sauce. I'm using the Rouse. This stuff is delicious. You're just going to pour it directly
done.
over the noodles. Then on top of
I'm
that,
done.
we're going to do about a cup and a half
done.
of heavy whipping cream. On top of that, we're going to spread about a
I don't
cup
wanna
of
eat anymore.
ricotta. Spread
I'm
it
not hungry
over
anymore.
everything here. So we're going to use 2 cups of mozzarella cheese over this whole thing.
It's
We want to get
confusing.
this wall to wall of cheese. We're gonna add some pepperoni. We're just
I
gonna
don't-
place these
Yeah, you should
pepperonis
send
on
some
the whole
random
thing.
pepperoni.
We're gonna
This
go
is
with
pro-
some
is this
Parmesan here.
worse
You can
than
grate the
ketchup
Parmesan
on
yourself.
chorizo?
Then we're gonna hit
It
it with
probably
that
is.
Italian
think so.
seasoning for that extra
I think so.
flavor. We're gonna throw this in for about
This is
50
worse than ketchup
minutes.
on cheese.
All right, our ramen lasagna is
I saw somebody
done,
the
and
other
it
day
turned out delicious. I'm
ketchup
just gonna
on pizza.
Dig out a generous portion. and
I used
fry
to
this
do
thing
that,
out.
and I felt bad.
Oh
after
no
a
no
while.
no 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 no
No, listen, I used to do it because I was a kid.
That is
I
so
didn't
good.
understand any better. People did it,
Divorce.
I thought I should do it too. But nowadays, I'm like, nah, I want to taste the pizza. Come on.
Immediate divorce.
No. Yeah, I
An
didn't
insult
know.
to Italians.
And you know
An
what's
insult,
funny?
to
A lot of
Italians.
people here are Italian. They do that. A lot of people here are descendants of Italians. They do that. I don't understand.
No. True Italians wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I love playing with nunchucks. It's so fun.
No, he's imitating Bruce Lee.
Yes, but I love nunchucks. I'm gonna smack somebody over the head with them.
Oh,
I mean, what?
Careful.
They're heavy,
Be careful.
but still. There are traditionalist Italians, not with ramen noodles exactly.
Choo.
Can we see more cute things? I want to see more cute
I have
things.
many random. I think this is all that I saved.
What is it? What?
It's just random things that I see. Let me see if there's
Sus.
more.
Anyways.
What do you mean sus? What is this?
Poor Chad is in the corner. Can we give pets to Chat? Chat. I want to give pets to Chat. I want to give pets to Chat. Chat gets all the pets. All the pets.
We can do that.
Like everything goes on pizza. They do pizza with Nutella.
No, Brazil is I guess I could show that stuff. It's just
Corner of shame.
It's just very interesting.
No.
It's very interesting.
Yay!
So Brazil's Did you know that there is
Nani? Do I want to know? Do I really want to know? I don't think I want to know.
There's one that might confuse you, okay? Well, these ones might confuse you.
Okay.
Because they have ice cream on them.
Okay.
They have ice cream
Nani?
on them.
Isukia.
It's pizza.
No, it's not.
It's pizza.
That is a disgrace.
It's pizza.
No, it's not.
It's
no.
Ice cream
No,
pizza.
it's not. No.
MM's pizza.
No. No. That's a dessert
chocolate
right
and
there.
strawberry pizza with ice cream on it.
Oh no. No, I'm done. Take this off my screen. Take this off my screen. No.
What is the
I like
again?
okay. You can make ice cream.
Oh yeah,
cake,
this.
but not a dessert pizza. No.
This. You just flip it and you get your ice cream.
I swear, if you serve me this, I'm going to punch you.
It's.
You should see my face. I'm making all sorts of expressions because my face is so like I have so many expressions. It's not even funny.
Also, what
U.S.
is this?
pizza is a salad. No. No. That is where you're wrong. Have you seen pizza made in the U.S.?
What else do we got? We got.
Have you seen pizza?
Have you seen this?
Oh.
It's
Who are these people? I want to talk to these people. Who are they? Who are these people? Who are these people? Who made this? Who are they?
Oh, there's pickles in there. Yeah. Oh, and they even give you chocolate to dip on your sushi with strawberry.
No. No.
It's not even. It's not even fish.
I'm not even.
It's not even fish.
I'm not even.
They freaking. I don't know.
I'm not
what
even
trying.
hungry no more. I'm not even hungry anymore.
It says a vegetable. What is this? Wait, what? Rules.
Are
that
you
pizza
serious?
Is a vegetable.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm done. No. No.
Is this so vegetarian?
Nope.
Is this so vegans can eat pizza? Because then if you have a pizza, then it's you can say no. It's
a rip stomach. Yeah, my stomach does not want to eat anymore. My freaking popsicle, my fresh popsicle with cage. I didn't finish. I don't even feel like finishing it anymore.
This is interesting. And very
lunches at
confusing.
school. Ooh.
Yeah, but you know, when you do something, that thing always gets used for other things.
Honey draw stream. It can have. I can't.
Yeah, no.
Live like this no more.
Yeah, they can serve pizza as a vegetable just to say that they're serving pizza. Unbelievable.
Wait, do I have permission to add you to my overlays?
What do you mean? Yeah? Why not?
Like I'm redoing my overlays to match my model and aesthetic and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And because I have your soul, it would be really nice to just have a floating soul of you flying around in my room, you know?
Yeah.
Yay,
Wait,
we
you
have
heat again?
Let's go.
Let's go! That's cute, by the
Oh,
way.
look at the doggo. Look at the doggo. What the heck is wrong with the kitty?
The other cat is
He's
like,
sitting down.
man, what are you doing, man? I'm just gonna be careful.
I want to pet the kitty.
There shouldn't be anything weird, but sometimes people that I follow can be very weird. I know.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I'm serious. Because this is the For You page, so you never know what's gonna pop in here. So if you follow someone and they think it's for you, they think it's for you, and you're like, okay. You see, the next thing was police stuff. You know, like,
Okay.
I don't want to show that.
Especially him. Oh my goodness.
I just want to filter the cute things.
Yes, find the cute things. Duh. Like kitty cats.
I have a lot of kitty cats on my timeline all the time.
I want to pet a kitty, but I can't. I'm not allowed. I die.
We should find a way to get tactile gloves or something.
I just can't, like, I can touch it with gloves, but I can't with... I'm too allergic to them.
Yeah, I found one.
No!
Oh god.
He's a kiki!
Meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Dude, I swear. See, I am dodging bullets here.
What do you mean you're dodging bullets? What do you mean?
There's literally just a soldier touching people's crotches for some reason.
I didn't. Okay.
I don't understand why.
I'm afraid to ask, and no.
No, it's like you know, like in the military when they do their rituals or whatever they have to do. I don't need to know that they do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put. I don't know. I'm not interested in this. Please. It's not even supposed to be plus 18. It's just some weird random fact that I don't need to know.
It's just weird.
Oh my god. Ah, there we go. Look at this. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Genshin's special program is March 1st. Primo gems. Aww.
Like there's dogs, there's cute dogs, there's smart dogs.
Wait, are you patting chat?
I am. I have 2 hands. I can pat both.
I really hope that Ito does not get rerun at this time because I saw I didn't see leaks. I just so happened to hear rumors of a certain character probably getting a rerun soon because his rerun was about a year ago. And I really hope that it's not Ito, because if it's Ito, I think I'm gonna cry. Because I just got Zhao, and I'm broke. Oh, speaking of Genshin, I have to log in today. Whoops. Or else I'm gonna forget.
I don't know, my cats are running away from me. The kitties.
Your cats are running away from you. Poor kitties.
Mm.
Mm. No, so cute. So cute.
Ito. Yeah, sometimes I scroll in here. There's a lot of cats.
I want cats. I want a puppy.
Yeah, puppy. Puppy would be good.
I want a peepee. I want a puppy. A puppy.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's dogs. There's cute dogs. There's smart dogs, and there is retrievers. And I'm gonna tell you there's something else. Any retriever, Labrador or Golden, they are very, very interesting things.
I get mail. Oh my gosh, one wish. Thanks. Bruh. I got one wish, guys, from the mail. Isn't it great? Isn't it? Isn't it?
You're getting a cat? Oh, let's go.
Giggy.
I didn't play Genshin, but
Bro, I don't even.
I wonder why.
I wonder why too, Mama. You know.
Yeah.
I wonder why too. I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm running out of crystal flies. No. This is what happens when I play on my main account. Bruh. Where am I? Oh, never mind. I'm fine.
Kitty.
He's a Kiki. So cute.
And then there's this thing, Jay.
Really?
This scary thing.
It's not scary. What are you talking about?
Tenma?
Don't worry. It's not scary. It won't bite your face off.
Tenma.
Oh, never.
Tenma. Tenma would. Tenma ate rocks. Tenma is not.
No. Just no.
Tenma is like, okay, you're very nice, but keep a distance.
Well, dang.
And if she comes near you, this is gonna be me.
What if I boop you?
What do you mean if you boop me?
Aw, look. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. That's adorable.
El Goblino. This is gonna be you and your cat,
I need
Jay.
to stop doing this. I need to stop. I can't.
This is why you need a cat, I guess. He wants to drink water from the shower. It's Alex with a cat on his head.
Oh no, not this commission. I hate this commission. I hate this commission.
Oh, Mikochi.
I'm going to
So
poke
cute.
halfway.
What? What did I do?
I'm gonna poke you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll poke you.
But what did I do?
You did everything, that's why.
Okay.
No, it's so cute. I love the kitty. Yes, Jay is Alex's cat for some reason.
Oh my god. Oh my lord. I'm his
Nani?
Discord kid and no repeated. What the hell?
Can I screenshot that?
Oh, I've already.
Just send it to Alex. Send it to Alex and be like, "Hey, Alex, I think you have a problem on your hands."
I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna send it.
Just yeah, okay.
Just copy paste.
Poor Jay. Poor Jay. I'm playing hide and seek apparently.
Hide and seek.
Yeah, with some kids.
Oh my god, this is. Yep. All the babies.
Oh my goodness.
All the babies. They're just big, but they're just babies. They're more babies than small dogs. It's insane.
I wrote to him not to listen to you. Well,
those are babies, man. I don't know what you're talking about. If you ever had a retriever, you know that those are babies. If you ever have one, you will know why. They're big, but they're very, very dummy and silly. And they want to be treated like babies. They just want to be on your lap all the time.
so you? I think I broke him. I think I broke halfway. Oops. Oops. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
What do you mean no?
There's
sorry.
nothing to be sorry. I'm just.
I broke him though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I broke halfway. Whoops.
Okay. Well.
I'm sorry.
No. I seen the cat being weird again.
I feel bad. I feel bad.
He didn't even care.
I feel bad.
The cat didn't even care,
Oopsies.
honey. He just, yep, whatever. I had my cat rat, hunt a little rat the other day. I was closing my window and there was a rat in between the, like there's the glass window and then there's the outside window. And it was somehow inside of those. I think he was trying to come in from outside. And I saw it. And my cat doesn't sleep with me. It's like it sleeps with my mom upstairs. And it was like 1 a.m. So I went and grabbed my cat. He was asleep the whole time. He was like a slob while I carried him. Hold on.
No.
He was a slob while I carried him. But then when I put him in my room, because I knew where the rat was trying to hide, he immediately saw the rat. Like immediately. And stood there for like 10 minutes. Eventually the rat moved. He got him immediately. Because he's a pro. He looked at me and he was like pretty much begging me to open the window again so he could go outside with a rat on his mouth. Yeah, you see, but he didn't murder the rat. I don't know why cats do that. Instead of just going
They just
outside
want it for the
and
cheese.
murder him, he just drop him on the ground. The rat runs again. He grabs the rat again. He drops him on the ground, goes after him,
And
grabs
it's
him
just for
again.
the chase.
He keeps doing that for like half an hour. And when I finally thought, okay, maybe he finally dealt with him. Come on inside, buddy. Apparently he was still with the rat on his mouth. And I didn't notice. That's unpracticed lesson. Uh,
I did my commissions, yay!
yay. Hunting lessons, skilled professional. No, yeah, he's good at hunting. He has hunted other things before. Even when he was a baby, he hunted a bird that somehow was in the window. I don't even know why the bird came inside. There was no way for the bird to come inside, but the bird came inside just for the cat to kill him.
Nice.
Like I'm thinking as a bird, like, why would I go inside a zone where it's not safe? But he did. And so the cat got him. Made a mess.
I love artifacts. Wee.
Artifacts.
I love artifacts. So fun. So fun.
Oh, there is a picture that I don't know if I can find it now though. It's because the stream mode is stupid. Doesn't let me search specifically on Discord. But essentially, my cat at one point, like in 2020 or 2021, I don't remember. He was. I looked at the bed and he had the phone between his arms and he was looking at the phone.
Aw.
I don't even know how. It was very scary. So I just turned on the phone and took a picture like if he was planning something against me. Look at this. What is this? What the heck is the opposite
Why are all
roles?
of these bad pieces, bruh?
Roll light on resume.
I hate this.
Bro be lying. Bro be lying. The roles have been reversed.
Look at what Megan does whenever I try to do.
Oh. Oh, this is the criminal guy again. This is the ketchup on chorizo guy.
No. No.
He does good food though whenever he's not doing that.
He did a criminal offense. How is that? No.
Ooh. I love fish. I love fish. Ooh. Yep. Yep. Don't go get fish too.
So cute. Why? What? I'm done. I can't.
I
I
need
can't.
this.
I can't. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
What if I did this?
Face the wall and then do nothing for like 30 seconds.
Just get a
sad.
In those 30 seconds,
green
people
suit.
will join who don't know what's going on.
Nani?
And scare them. To be like, wait, where is she?
This is weird.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Why did it work so well over here, but it didn't work
My
over there?
Zhao.
Should've stayed over here.
I never actually saw this.
Face the wall and then do nothing for like 30 seconds. And in those 30 seconds, people will join who don't know what's going on and I'm gonna scare them.
Weird. Action Lab. What?
I think I'm gonna try and level this up.
Bonk. Oh. Photographer's doing photographer things. That lens probably costed like $2,000 and he just broke it.
Why?
Who knows?
No, not you. Sorry. I'm sad. I'm artifact farming for my Zhao, and I just I'm gonna punch somebody in the face.
Один, два, три.
Oh, wait, I didn't even do my 2 wishes.
How does that
on the
work?
standard banner? Even though didn't. Ooh, a 4-star.
Oh. Guy's a genius.
Yay.
Alright. He's a genius, not gonna lie. Look
Wait
at
a minute.
pictures. Asmon
Wait a
Sama.
minute.
Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw this. Ooh. It's Asmongold, but it's actually just Nero. In the face of a criminal.
What the fudge?
Face of the criminal. Ah, foxes, Mindy. Why are they like this?
Hey, okay.
What?
I have to go.
Game. Prepare.
Yeah, I have to prepare. I don't wanna.
You don't wanna. Then why?
Cause I have to. It's how this works. I can't just be like, no, I don't wanna.
And then like candle. Like
No.
yeah.
No. But before I go, I have to do
some-
something.
What?
Squish.
Fish. More fish.
Squish. Squish. Squish.
What?
Squish. Squish.
Huh?
Squish.
Honey.
Squish.
Nani.
I squish you. I think I'm breaking him,
I'm
guys.
trying to distracting from the squishes, but I'm looking at fish. This doesn't help. Look at that. Boop.
Squish.
Boop.
Squish.
Nah. Now she's gone now. Okay. Cannot even take my revenge. Oh my god, dude. And Doggo gets one. I can't look at this. We need to go fishing sometime in the future. Yeah, sometime in the future. We never know what the future holds. What do you mean Sony nuking PlayStation? Anyway. Really love fishing and alcohol. Yeah, my what is it? The father-in-law of my oldest brother, elder brother. Yeah. That guy likes to fish a lot. My uncles like to fish a lot. My dad fishes, but not as much because he likes to be at home more. But he does go, and they're so good at fishing. They bring fish. They bring the betrayer. That's the translated name is betrayer. I don't know what people call it outside. We call it traída, which just mean the betrayer fish. It's the carnivore fish. That's why he's the betrayer, because he eats other people, other people. He might eat other fishes. He might eat other animals too. So he's the betrayer fish. That fish is so good. And then of course tuna. If I had tuna, I could have tuna every day. If I could have tuna every day, I'd have tuna every day. Because it's so smooth and tasty. Haha. Yeah, that is one of the best ones. And then bacalhau, of course, is the common one. Is also very good. The big fish too for our whole family to eat for 2 days, depending on the family size. Yum yum. Tuna steak, yes, yum yum. Let's see, what do I want to watch later? Top animals with unusual vision. What? It's too long. All these videos are so long. Why do I like to watch such long videos? I guess I'm not cut for short things. I was watching short things yesterday, but I usually don't. Oh well, whatever. Let's talk about something more spicy, okay? Something with more drama juice. Something that, because I planned this stream to be like more like this for a while, more like chill and stuff, and then I wanted to get into some interesting things. Let's talk about other people's lives. I'm kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but I'm kidding. That's hold on. We love to get into the spicy drama that happens on the internet. It's good to learn a lot of things from people. Okay, so it brings out good topics. So we're gonna talk about this guy. This guy. This is a very interesting case of relationships going bad but not just bad, like really freaking goddamn bad, that it's very sad to see. And it's not something to wish to anyone, but you know, things gotta be learned so that you don't go through these, I guess. So yeah, he wrote a lot of things. I'm not gonna get into all of the details of what happened here. Oh god. Cause I don't, I'm not like gonna make a video and shit like that. But essentially this guy, he's a player from OSU, he's a top player from OSU. He's very known. So you know what happens when people are known and there is they get in with people that are problematic. Oh, I guess getting with someone that's problematic is not the problem. The problem is not noticing those things and staying with them. I've been there. I think a lot of people here have been there. You haven't been. I'm glad you haven't. I hope you never have to go through that. But yeah, it got bad. Okay, so essentially, he was dating this person for a few months, and then they broke up. But I don't want to reread all this. Maybe we should reread, or shouldn't. I don't know. But essentially, he had a girlfriend. He broke up, and then he eventually found this other person. This other person was married to someone, but allegedly she told him she wasn't that happy with this person. But essentially a few days later she broke up with the married person and ran to this guy, and this guy accepted her. And then she was problematic from the start, and he didn't take notice of that, and now she's being a problem. Not just annoying, but an actual problem. So he said that he wanted to address the situation directly, even though never wanted to make a post like this, especially not against her. Most of you probably know at this point. Lynn is the person. Whoever Lynn is, we don't need to know. Big Sad, it was he was the one that needed to end the relationship. He was the one that did it, okay? He never posted anything public, but he decided to post things publicly because she did it first. And then he was getting attacked by a lot of people. I remember that happening on Twitter. He's being attacked for being a weirdo, for being like some sort of abuser and shit like that. So I guess the right thing was, in fact, to do what he did. I would still not do it, but hey, had to each their own, I guess. Some people need more reassurance than others. I think to begin with, her putting it on the internet is not cool, but he shouldn't have to even do this on the internet. This is just sad to put all this out there. Yeah, he stopped playing the game because of this. See, he says he didn't even want it here. He says, let me put it up. He says it. He never wanted to make this relationship public, but was mostly guilt tripped into doing so. Mainly just wanted to be a good boyfriend because I genuinely love her. So he didn't even want to post pictures. And apparently she was forced or guilt tripped into posting pictures. And it says here they met on June 2023, and at this point she was in a relationship with someone else who she was also engaged to. Pretty much married, okay? Same thing. She convinced me that she was completely unhappy in this relationship, couldn't let him go due to him being a childhood friend, and she had attachment issues. Uh-oh, danger, danger, danger. Danger, danger, danger. After 2 weeks of knowing each other, 2 weeks, guys. Knowing she ended things with her fiance and started dating, which was my first mistake and all this. At least he knows that now. At least he knows that that was a mistake. 2 weeks is not enough, especially if someone has been with someone or was with someone. No, give it some good months there, my boy. You don't want to be rebounded or whatever. As you continue dating, almost everyone in this community noticed the problems started to come. During our relationship, we constantly fought due to her being extremely manipulative person. This is something that I learned, and well, people tell you, but you only learn when you feel it in your skin. Wait, it's not showing there. There you go. Is that for some reason we think that fighting in a relationship is a good thing. It's a thing in Poland, 3 months rule. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it needs to be a set time, but I guess it's a good way to deal with it. Yeah, make sure that you don't get hurt if you don't know what you're doing. but yeah, like give it time, man. People need time to flourish. So yeah, when you realize that someone is being manipulative, you should ditch out. It's probably going to hurt because you think you can help them, but you can't help them. And this is something that every young person does. I was there too. I did that too. It's sad. Somehow we think that we can fix these people, but we can't. We can't. So the best thing when you see that thing happen, you ditch out. No matter what point of the relationship you're in, if someone starts to manipulate you, you freaking ditch. You're not gonna fix them. And even if you manage to calm them down for a while, they're gonna do it again in the future when they're older, sooner or later. Manipulative person do not deserve relationships. They should be alone. That's how they would learn to be better. Otherwise, they're just gonna control you no matter what you think. It's a good rule. Yeah, it's a good rule. I mean, if you don't have self-knowledge, it's a good rule. If you don't have previous relationships, it's a good rule. If you are very emotional, especially, because then you're putting the control over your emotions on an outside rule. And it's always good to do that. It's a good strat for anything. It's a good strat to put limits that nobody can control because it's a rule now. It's a law. And this, he keeps going. To bring an example, I went to address COE 23. COE is an event.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking.
Oh shit, let's go.
The power of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking.
Oh my god.
The power of alcohol.
I'm drinking water, that's what I'm drinking, man. If you say so, Amarok. So COE 2023, COE is an event, is an OSU event actually. It's a big OSU event, it's like a convention and whatever. So it's a big event. And he says, at this point, we were together for about 3 weeks. During this time, she constantly made me feel horrible about not having as much time as we usually had due to my staff position and being designated driver of the friend group I was there with. Bruh. So, the person you're dating is a staff member of a big event. They're being paid for it. It's not a free event. This gets a lot of money, this event. People come from a lot of places in the world to visit this event. This is a big thing. This helps his career. This helps his online presence, everything. You know, connections, networks, everything. And the person who's with you is guilt tripping you because you're not with them. Is dude, I won't. If I was this guy's friend, I would slap him in the face and be like, bitch, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get out of there. You don't need this. Look at you. Your staff position, you're driving for people. Like, what the hell will you need a person like that for? I'm gonna pull the Portuguese like honey. Like, I'm gonna become Portuguese now. If I was this guy's friend, yeah, I would, bruh. Spent every free minute that I had worrying and crying about the situation and her well-being, and as she started guilt-tripping me and manipulating me to feel like I've done everything wrong. Freaking damn it. Why do people do this? In retrospect, this most definitely was not the case. Situations like this kept occurring throughout our whole relationship. With time, her manipulation only got worse and things kept adding up. Another huge point of these fights were her double standards, extreme jealousy in most of her all her projection. In situations where she had a problem or something went wrong, she would project onto me and again guilt trip me into being the villain in all of her stories. Bro, you know this. I'm glad he knows this now, but why do people subject themselves into being in this? Yeah, we're gonna get into that. This is also the main points of why I'm addressing this now. Lynn is currently doing exactly this. She has started to spread lies about me on social media platforms and even started trying to convince my friends to think that I'm the villain in all this. She was banned on my friend's group Discord server after people found out she told her friends, quote unquote, and even close friends of mine that I'm only choosing her for her body, which is completely abstruse. Yep, they do that. They also do that, huh? She's going to try to convert people to her side of the story by inviting friends into her Discord server, making private group chats with my friends, constantly posting on Twitter, searching for attention, and now even making plans with my ex-girlfriend to go to COE this year, 2024. Though supposedly she hates this game. So here's another thing, right? She hates the game that he plays. But it's not just a random game. It's like the game that makes his career. It's the game that makes him have what he has as a streamer. It's like part of his career. It's part of his job. You might not play the game, but saying you hate it to the person that you like is like, you might not even like the game, but I'm pretty sure if you find someone that likes you, they're just gonna wanna be around in any way because they won't care if they don't like to play the game. They just want to be with you anyway. It should be that easy. It should be that easy. And in fact, it is. And I've been learning that recently. My personal decision to come clear about all this was after I informed of her having sexual intercourse with someone else after a party. I mean, in a party 2 days after our breakup. Like, bro. She has continued trying to manipulate me, now thinks and now even wants me to be exclusive friends with benefits because she wouldn't want a relationship with me anymore. Like, bruh, you broke up with someone, do not talk to them for at least 6 months. Do not talk to them. He's talking to her still, apparently. From this phrase, I can tell he's talking to her still. Trying to solve what there is nothing to solve. This person can't stand you. You can't stand her. Why are you talking to her still? Why? Maybe I should call her. You can fix her, Jay. I tried addressing multiple times in private conversations with her and her continued this behavior. See? As I already mentioned, I never wanted to make all this public and address this directly, especially on Twitter. I'm only doing this now because I feel like I'm being forced to defend myself against multiple direct messages from people asking me about the whole situation. Well, people shouldn't be fucking doing that anyway. I am again truly sorry for these posts I've made. It was never my intention to post things like I would appreciate it. Her not getting into indirect hate. Yeah, I would appreciate her not getting indirect. But bro, when you post things like this, you know what's gonna happen? She's gonna get hate. Anything you put online, man, come on, people are gonna be on your side. Hello? She's gonna get hate. You know that. You should know that. And you know what? She should get hate. I'm in favor of chaos here. She should get hate because if she's fucking you up on public, bruh, she doesn't deserve your respect. Hello? Like, what the hell is this? You shouldn't even be trying to amend the situation in any sort of way. Just let her rot. I'd appreciate her not getting interacted with her partner on this. I would also appreciate if people would stop interacting with her if that's not the case. I'll sadly have to block these people due to hope of the gender. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, whatever. It's just the end. More of the story. Oops, wrong thing. More of the story is When someone loves you, and this is what my mama told me, and this is what I noticed. It took me a while. I never thought I would understand it. I thought it was just words that people said. And maybe when I say it to you, it's gonna be just words. But when someone loves you and someone likes you a lot, they just it's just easy and natural. There's no effort. There's no effort. The effort could be, you know, to do things. You know, you have to work, you have to do your things, of course, you have to make sure that things work for the future. But that's not an effort in it's not tiring. That is like following your dream. Is like it gives you juice to keep going. It should be like that. You know what I mean? If you're with someone just to say that you're with someone, or if you're with someone because you need a company, then you're doing it wrong. You don't be with someone because you need company. You be with someone because you can't just be with them, and it won't make you feel bad. It won't make you sacrifice things. It won't make you put things that you like apart. Like if you do, let's say you were a gamer that played 24/7, and then you meet this person and they're so nice, and then you like to do things together, but she doesn't like the game as much. Let's just say it was the case, right? Or there are other things you want to do, and then you have to sacrifice your game for her. It's gonna come from you. Like naturally, you're gonna want to do it, and you're gonna feel good doing it, and the person's gonna feel good that you do it. But they should never have to ask you to do it. That's the hardest part that people don't get. Like they should never need to ask you to do that, because that is just basic stuff. Like if you notice yourself asking someone to do something for you, they don't know you. One of the two things, they either probably don't know you that well yet, and it's fine. But if they know, if you at some point mention, "Oh, I like this," and they don't acknowledge it, they forget it. I mean, how do you forget something that someone that you like said, someone that you care about said? How do you forget about that? And if they said it's a contract, we're doing systemic psychology 2, which is the second part of systemic. And the first thing that reminds us is in systemic psychology, which is essentially psychology of a family or a system or a closed environment, whatever you want to call it, is that when you're with someone, you immediately have a contract with them, and the contract is made of all the things that you've done together, that you agreed or disagreed on, and accepted that moving on with those things is fine, and you're not gonna ever fight about them because you understand that they are the things that are the conditions in which you agree to be with a person. Those conditions should be very easy to accept and should be very easy to follow. If at some point those conditions are violated, you are now not doing it right. And if they are being violated, there's a good chance that it's not for a good reason, unfortunately. Because the only way that violating those conditions would be okay, kind of, not exactly, but, you know, understandable and forgivable, is if the person is going through some very weird moment in their lives and they're losing their mind, they're losing control, and they don't know what to do anymore. And then they're gonna make weird mistakes. But then you're gonna know that they're doing that because they're not feeling good. And if they're not feeling good, you are not gonna feel bad that they're doing those things. You're gonna understand. So it won't be like I want to fix this person. It's more like, well, they're going through something hard, and I can understand and I can take it. Like, for example, if you go to be with someone who has past trauma, and that they haven't actually solved yet, or they're still reminiscing on it. They're probably gonna tell you at one point. I don't want to be rude when you went on a pre-trend. I did, yes. I did. It's because these things should be so basic, but they aren't. Unfortunately. I'm not pointing fingers at people, I'm pointing fingers at situations that happen. Of course, the reason why they happen could be many, but they shouldn't have to happen. It's not good for anyone. In the sense of how, I mean, if you were talking about learning, I guess we need those things for people to learn, but most people knows it in the back of their, they ignore it because they have the emotional need of being with someone. There's a pressure that you need to be with someone. Sometimes there's pressure that you need to be with someone by a certain age. Sometimes there's pressure that you need to stop being a virgin at a certain age. And then people are desperate because they're getting older and they're thinking, oh my God, I'm so old and I haven't lived life, quote unquote. I thought that is one of the most stupid things that people say. It's the same with the one quote people say about, oh, you're never gonna find someone who loves you if you don't love yourself first, is the most rude thing you can say to someone. Is the most rude thing you can say to someone. That's not to say that you're gonna love someone and fix them, whatever, but sometimes they just can't do that yet, but they have the potential to, and if you see that they have the potential to love themselves, you can be with them because you know that there are good things about them. When you get a new girlfriend, you're gonna tell, yeah, there's this pressure that you need to have someone, and it makes us feel bad. Sometimes that we're dealing with that. In Brazil, there is a much of a pressure, especially about sex. I don't know why this became a thing. There's a pressure, societal pressure to people. There are people who are 14, 15, 16, and they're getting pregnant because there's this cultural problem in here. There are people who are 16, 18, 20, they are all pregnant or have children, or sometimes even 2 children. All because of pressure for them to have sex, which is so stupid. And it's not even like they're grooming minors or whatever. No, it's minors with minors. And it's because of the whole cultural thing, the music, the everything that is praised in here. It's like all that people have is sex, is nothing else. It's so stupid. That I'm not searching because I have no pressure. That is, if I meet someone that clicks, I'm open for me, and you know me, I'm pretty social. Honestly, man, I was always like that ever since I was a kid. I don't know, I have some screws in my head, you know? So I could never do it. I could never get with someone just to get with someone. I wanted to be with someone that I liked. It's and then people would say, oh, but that's like childhood dream works and whatever. It doesn't work like that. Yada, yada, yada. And I just say, freak them. They were wrong. They were damn wrong. I had an bad error in which I was searching out. Dude, I was doing this pressure thing last year. I was starting to lose it already. And I honestly forced myself into trying things and I did not enjoy them. So, I don't know. Like I went to places that I would never go. I asked someone to go out with, and I spent money, which is something that I don't like to spend a lot of money on things I did. And then I think I told the story about the girl that I said something and then she was pretending to be interested and then she was staying with like 3 other people at the same time. It's like, what is this world, man? No, that place, people just go there to get people's numbers and kiss. That's what they go there for. Some people use drugs, but I think it's rare because they do have a good security in that place specifically. It's not like super bad like the other ones. Generally, it's a fine place, but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just you see so many people who are so desperate to be with someone. And why should they be desperate to be with someone? Why is that a thing? I don't understand. I don't understand. There was a girl who literally, I still remember that there was a girl who literally got so drunk. She was going at everyone that she could find and rubbing her whole body on them. Let's just say that way. And I was looking at that, I was like, what is happening, man? And obviously people were taking advantage of that, like it's so weird. Search for that feeling again. Yeah, but the thing is, what is so sick about all this is that people here understand that that is not love. They understand it's just pure lust and they just want to do it anyway. It's like they are expecting to find it, and this is the theory they have, and I can tell that because that's my cousins, that's friends and other people. They're like saying, oh, if you can't find someone, then you got to do that because then eventually you're gonna find someone. But then what? I'm gonna find someone who's going through the same issue as me on a weird place where they're just being horny as frick and doing shit like that. Is that it? Is that what it is for me? No, I don't want that. There's yeah, but it's, you know, it's like a drug. It's fooling yourself. It's fooling yourself into thinking that you're doing good. That's why there's this whole thing about body count, and there's freaking girls and that show on these podcasts and stuff. They're like, "Oh, what's my body count? My body count is over 100." Like, what the hell? You're 22. How do you go over 100 people at 22 years old? Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, why are you doing that? And then you can say, Albert, I'm living, but bro, are you serious? And then where you're lucky enough that you did that to 100 people and didn't get sick even. Like, what in the shit? Oh, hi, Alex. You're talking to an alcoholic. Know a thing or two about living in delusion. Yeah, I mean, the delusion part is the problem. You know, people are living in delusion because they cannot accept the reality. They don't want to accept the reality of being alone because there's this social media pressure. There's this family pressure. There's such a weird. Oh, hello. How's you, Alex? We're just talking about things. I don't know when you're starting your stream with Honey, but you're good, yo. Yeah, the way we just read the post of KHC, which is a Osu player. He's very famous, and he essentially essentially broke up with someone who was very toxic, and he didn't even want the relationship to be public, but he had to post it in public because she was pressuring him to, and now she's also posting about the breakup, which he also did not want to do, but he was get tripped into because she was making his friends think that he was a bad person and abuser and whatever. Except when they broke up 2 days later, she fucked with someone else. That's the kind of person that lady was. So, poor guy. And we're talking about like how, why do people stand for such relationships when they're not good? We don't understand. Good to react to. Yeah, it's a good thing because it's very common. It's very common, unfortunately, and you know, it's so bad, so annoying. Also, why am I still blushing? It's not like Honey still here. Okay. Oh, your video you sent? Apple hates us, Alex. What? What do you mean? Oh, too mad.
This tweet.
These allegations and shit. Oh, it's that guy.
That's funny.
I am literally driving, but I'm
Oh,
literally
wait.
in Oregon, Washington, Oregon.
Let me do this.
Okay, so
Let me do this.
So I can't take the damage away that I've done, but I'll try my best. Okay.
I need a subtitle for
I at
this.
least want to take responsibility for what the I did. You know.
What?
You know, like the way I treated you and like
You didn't even blush for us? What do you mean?
This is not like okay.
Also, Alex, you're cutie.
Your boundaries just for like my own good and self-serving reasons. I made like sexual advances.
Oh my gosh, he's not okay. Not okay.
Bro, what is happening? This guy is actually thanking for the shout out.
Tie me up on. That's so nice. Oh.
Anyway.
And I truly do like regret all of that like so much. I never wanted you to like fear for your safety or anything, but like I understand.
Yeah, he's trying to, but he's not gonna succeed. We're gonna keep doing it.
And I'm like, you know, so I'm like sorry.
Those of you who don't know, Tumad died. It was a suspected drug overdose. No matter if you like what it did, whatever happened, it's still sad to see someone go at 23 years old. Especially like the guy was clearly mentally ill. A lot of what it did was like drug-induced. He just went way overboard. It started out with me seeing a lot of people on Twitter just like celebrating the fact that he died. That made me like a little bit upset. Like, sure, he has had like some pretty damning allegations against him. Like he's supposedly done a lot of like wild, like sexual assault. Some people say pedophilia, but I haven't seen anyone ever post proof about this. And that was the whole thing that sparked this. Because at some point after Tumad died, I came.
Wasn't there a? I remember seeing this. Wasn't there like a post about police actually confirming that or something?
Across a few tweets by Jameski. Literally seconds after Tumad was like announced dead, Jameski tweets this. I can finally say it. Tumad was a rapist.
Yeah,
and a
I saw
pedophile.
this. And
over
then
the
there's
past
a
3 years, he
post.
tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives. Now it's multiple innocent lives by getting behind the wheel and going head-on on a freeway while being high on illegal drugs. He didn't succeed once as he overdosed before killing anybody, so he tried it again. The tragedy doesn't excuse any of his actions. I will address a lot of stuff when I fully collect my thoughts. Past few months have been total mess and the reason I ended up in ER. Please give me time. For all I know, granted, for all I know, everything in the
Only one which said that he horny texted her when she was 13.
this post is 100% true.
Yeah, but that's enough to... That's enough to be a problem.
Be. It could also not be. It could be that he is tweeting this now because he is no longer afraid of it for his life since 2 minutes isn't trying to kill him anymore. Or it could also be that he's tweeting it.
No, I mean, I don't think justifies making fun of people dying or whatever, not like that.
Now because
But I mean, it's not a lie then that those things happen. That's what I mean.
Can't defend himself due to a lack of pulse. People say there's proof for it, but in my tweet, not a single person has posted the supposed proof, so I don't actually know. So my problem is that if you're going to make up the new allegations, which is attempted murder on multiple people, you should have concrete, tangible proof that this happened. Because if you just say it, and then say, I need to collect my thoughts, I'll clarify this later. That's insane. You can't just say that and then just like, guys, the details come later, but just know that this insane thing happened. My issue here is that, I've tweeted this, no proof whatsoever. What kind of ass-pull tweet is this? When I collect my thoughts. Yes, normally you would do that before posting this. Jesus Christ. The issue here is that I tweeted this while I was slightly annoyed because I'd seen people like clown on someone who like...
I like that the guy follows him, but he doesn't follow the guy back.
Literally, their body isn't cold yet. Like he literally just died. That and so I was a bit upset. So this was like formulated a bit aggressively. I didn't make clear in this tweet here. I'm not doing this to defend Tumad. What Tumad has done, that's one thing. The issue here is you're saying all these things, man, but there's no proof. That was the only problem I have with it, which I specify here. I'm not posting this in defense of Tumad. As someone who has interacted with him in the past, the guy was clearly ill, no doubt. The point is that accusing someone of attempted murder with no concrete proof, followed up with, I'll clear it up later, is wild. Here's a funny one, by the way. You guys are gonna love this one. Just the plot twist of this is very nice. Blood missed when he was already outed as a pedo months ago. There's still time to delete this, Mr. Albino. Okay. I missed that. What the f? Where's the source? I don't have the exact source or date for it, but it was pretty huge news on here for some months ago. As he went into a massive damage control. It's like, but you have to have the proof though. Like, if you're gonna say that, you need to have it. That's the whole point. You have to have it. Like, what the f? The more time I spend on this website, the more I feel like I'm gonna go f***ing insane. Here's another one. This is great.
Yeah, you gotta prove
oh,
it.
hey, what's this? Rubber Ross. But yeah, I witnessed firsthand Tumad's threats on James' life during TwitchCon. He couldn't even go home because he knew his address was on route to Vegas after threats. He had to use hotel room to hide while waiting for law enforcement. Here's the problem, chat. It increases the validity and the likelihood of it. But it went from trust me, bro, to trust us, bro. Like, there's no... Right? Like... it's not concrete proof. That's the point. Where's the proof? Like, just... And again, this is not like me hating on Jameski or me... like defending Tumad or vice versa. It's literally just like, if you're going to make a claim like this,
facts, bro. You gotta work with the facts.
And it's really irresponsible for someone with like what is James?
Picking your nose, I was messing with my eye.
And this has got like 38.9 million views, 170,000 likes on essentially conjecture. No follow-up post, like nothing. No like proof, no documentation, nothing at all. When I first got to know Tumad, it was because we were both making videos.
Oh my god! I guess I was picking a booger then.
I started out on my online career by making shitpost videos.
I have bad nose.
The Fortnite experience,
I gotta clear it.
The Battleground experience, like the .exe videos you would see back in like 2016, 17, 18, 19, and so on. A lot of that was me and Tumad also. Me and Tumad were like yin and yang, one black, one white. We both made the same type of videos and we had the same type of humor. But the thing is that when we were like talking, he wasn't very good of turning off the fun.
That's a bad
I noticed this very early, but like I was trying to have like a serious conversation with the guy, And from the very beginning, he was very like always trying. Everything he said was like a bit, and you couldn't like have like a normal conversation with him, almost for the most part, except for some circumstances, right? In that case, I was like, it was difficult to like establish like a personal relationship with someone if you can't like talk normally to them, right? If you can't have a normal conversation, it's very difficult like to become friends. So we never really reached that point. And at some point, I found out that like Tuma died at 23 years old now. So in 2017, I'm 30 now. So he's 7 years younger than me. And at that point, I was like 22, maybe 23. So Tuma was literally like a kid. He was like 16 or 17 or 15 or something like that. He was a literal kid. So I was like, well, okay, I'm not gonna. That's probably why. He's a kid and he's awkward and he's insecure and all this stuff. And that's why he's acting like this. It's whatever. I'm not gonna like get like take offense to it or whatever. I'll be a bit patient with him, like what it's fine. He was just like
this. You're not gonna
like, get a
what do you
conversation
mean?
going with because he was just like very unserious and just joking all the time. However, that clearly changed. Like when he like around the time.
What do you got?
He's on He's on the other side of the globe. Like black pill for me because it's people were celebrating a guy like just dying to OD. It's just insane.
Yeah,
So,
this
the
is
guy's holding up 3 fingers
part.
like this instead of like this. It's basically that. It's like I'm doing this. I'm like, no, you're not. 100%. But that's why I want receipts on this one. I specifically want receipts on this one. 100%. Because
What if you shouldn't shout out? I think that's funny.
Same people are backing it up. But as you said, I just want to see solid proof and not while it seems like a huge Danish.
No, I'm just no. We're just looking at the thing. I've already seen this whole thing. I think that the guy was sick. It does just. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Why am I? Oh, hello, Ricky. I think yeah. Oh god, is this Polish guy?
This is my 1990.
You see, that's the problem. He's using bad alcohol.
A few years ago, we did a little.
All right, so she's been idling for like
He's using shit alcohol for his car. Come on, where's the part?
Bouncing back and forth. All I want is for this thing to run out. So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Right here.
75 liters.
Yeah, he's using shit
of
vodka.
which
That's
is like
fine.
half a gallon. So we're just gonna pour it in.
This obviously is not a good idea, but okay, birdie. Maybe you should use something else.
So there you guys could see it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, buddy.
This truck is freaking awesome.
Now it's making a very scratchy sound.
Now I was talking about a toxic relationship, but then too mad thingy, which is very sad, but there's not much to say on it, to be honest. Just people being silly and making fun of people dying, which is. How about a video about how piracy is good?
She died.
Well, I mean, do we need to?
She doesn't even crank.
Oh,
Completely
dead. Dead.
Completely freaking dead. I mean, if she's not even cranking, then fuel's not going to do anything. Well, we're going to talk to the experts here at Auto Illusions tomorrow when they get to work and see if there's any more future for the Danger Ranger. But that was a true test.
I mean, they're. I think we need a video for that. I mean, like, you gotta understand that some people can't buy games, and then if they never had access to games, would they be better or worse? So it's not that piracy's good, but whether or not we should find better ways to get people to access games. Like, some people might live in places that are very sad, like Poland or Brazil. There are certainly sad places in every country, honestly. And that you cannot do anything, you cannot go anywhere, and then you have these games which let you do everything and go everywhere in the world. That is very powerful. But then to even get a game like that, you need, yeah, in Argentina. And then you could have a game that would help you, like, experience different things and emotions and get to know new people. You could learn English. I learned English by playing games. By playing Lineage 2. And you know what? I play Lineage 2 on a private server because the official servers back in the day, you had to pay for it. And it was like $15. And $15 back then in Brazil, very much hard to get. Just saying. So there's that, but it's much more about it showing that there is a problem than it is about piracy itself being good. It's like a symptom. Piracy is just a symptom of a problem. I don't think it would exist if there were systems that would help get rid of those things. The only case in which I could say that it's good, like actually good, is when they remove DRMs. DRMs should not exist. DRMs, nobody asked for that shit. Nobody asked for DRMs. DRMs just eat your performance on your computer by 20%, 25%, 30%. It's just stupid. But then you could still buy the game and get a DRM less version.
Does it have an edge? And if so, what would you see if you went there?
Oh god. Oh god. I remember watching this.
Does it have an edge? And if so, what would you see if you went there? Today, we know that the
universe is expanding, and we're never going to reach the end of the universe because it's expanding faster than light.
Entertainment and satire.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not a lawyer. None of the opinions expressed are meant to be taken as serious legal advice or argument. Any reference to illegal actions are entirely hypothetical.
Uh-huh.
Piracy is amazing, and you should do it in real life as much as possible. This is not a joke. Go out and pirate something right now.
Bruh.
Alright, I've probably lost some of you already with the title of this video and that opening bit. Piracy, especially as it relates to video games, has become a very complicated topic. Perhaps even the most complicated topic, since it simultaneously deals with legality, morality, and ethics, which I don't know if you knew, people tend to have pretty extreme opinions about. A lot of big companies and people online villainize piracy and make it out to be much worse than I think it actually is, sometimes straight up lying about it to try and condemn the people who do it. So I thought it would be fun to go through a bit of a defense of piracy and try to debunk a lot of these myths. My patrons also voted for me to make this video. If I go to jail for this, I'm blaming you. To give a quick definition, piracy is any act of robbery or criminal violence by a ship or its crew upon another ship or... Wait, no, that's not it. Piracy is broadly defined as the unauthorized copying or distribution of copyrighted works. A lot of people are quick to say it's theft, including Joe Biden back in 2011. And that's definitely how anti-piracy groups would like you to see it. In fact, they started an ad campaign in the 80s that invented the term piracy is theft in an attempt to villainize copying software. But I just want to start by clearing this up. Piracy is just copyright infringement. They are synonymous. When you do a piracy, the only law being broken is copyright. There is no theft or stealing involved. Let me
I'll listen to him.
Explain.
Okay.
If I rob a GameStop, they actively lose out on all the copies of Forspoken that I might take from them. Those copies might not be worth a lot because I don't think anyone bought that game, but GameStop doesn't have them anymore, which is what makes it theft. But even if I make 1 trillion copies of Big Mother Truckers 2 Truck Me Harder, real game by the way, and give them to all my friends, the developers didn't lose a thing. They still have all their original copies, nothing was taken.
That is wrong, buddy. That is wrong. I'm sorry. I don't agree. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't do it, but you see, the logic here is simply math. You making 3 copies, they don't get to sell 3 copies. It's that simple. Now, the point that I was saying earlier is much more about the fact that yeah, I know there's more to the video, but I'm gonna keep. Okay, so the thing is, if they put this game at $200 back then never mind. What is it? $90 they want to put games, or 100 apparently they wanted to put games at. From 60 they wanted to go to 90. They're gonna become Nintendo and whatever. Like, maybe these 3 copies wouldn't be sold to begin with, because people wouldn't spend that much money on a game, right? But that's the problem with their price and how much it costs to make a game and yada yada. But saying that they are not losing if you make 3 copies, maybe these 3 people can buy the game and they just don't want to do it. Maybe these 3 people are rich people and they can easily buy the game, but they're not going to buy it because why would they if they can get it for free? You're still stealing money from people. That's why copyright exists. Hello?
No theft occurred. And this is backed by the US government, ever since Dowling v. United States in 1985, where they agreed that interference with copyright, aka piracy, does not easily equate with theft, conversion, or fraud.
It doesn't because of a legal note. That's not because it's
infringer of a copyright does not assume physical control over the copyright, nor wholly deprive its owner of its use. Also, a lot of people love misusing the term piracy to just...
No, the thing is, the reason why it has to be like that, it's not even the US law. The reason why it has to be named like that is because if they allowed copyright infringement like this to be considered the same category as theft, they would have to change the meaning of theft in their laws or constitution or whatever. And that could be a problem. So it's easier to create a secondary rule to define what it is. Comparatively, it's not named theft, but it is.
Describe any time they think people owe them money. Adblock, for example, has nothing to do with copyright. Watching this video and blocking all the ads isn't even related to distribution or copying. And there's no law saying that you have to watch ads on videos. So when companies like German media conglomerate...
There is no law, but there's an agreement when you click on YouTube, man. The reason why ad blocks work is very shady. Let me just say that. Like, it's the center of the world, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't use it. I use it on Twitch, okay? But saying that it's not a problem, I mean, it might not have a defined illegality, but you're infringing certain uses because when you enter Twitch, they warn you that you're going to get ads if you don't pay for your subscription. They warn you, and you agreed to getting ads by making an account. You agreed to it. You might not read it, but it's there. Like, it's the center of the world and only right is that's right.
Axel Springer tries suing ad blockers for piracy, they always lose in court. This should be obvious, but just because you want more money from people doesn't mean they're pirating from you. Not making someone more money.
You know why they lose? That's my theory. Is because the way ad blocks work is you redirect your connection to this server, whatever ad block you're using, when it's playing ads. So they just eat out the ad part for you and give you the video. So they are running the ad for you, essentially.
Isn't a crime. Otherwise, I could say that this video is sponsored by GamerSupps and then have you arrested if you don't buy something from them, because I could have potentially made a sale from every person that watches this video. Anyway, this video is sponsored by GamerSupps, a zero-calorie energy drink
course.
formula that's tastier and cheaper than canned energy drinks. If you don't go to gamersupps.gg/Lextorious right now and save 10% off on your next order, I will have
actually
you
got
sent
a
to
like from
prison
one of
where you
these companies
belong,
on my
you piece of
Twitter
shit.
today.
So if piracy isn't stealing because you're not taking anything, then what actually is it and why is it illegal? Well, you see, the whole point of copyright is that you have exclusive rights to the things you make. If I write a story, I don't just own the pages I wrote on, but the words on the page too. And I have full legal control over who has access to those words. All piracy is someone getting around that access, doing something that the law says only I'm allowed to do. So if you buy my story, take it home and write it down word for word, you're violating my copyright. If it's an ebook that you transfer onto a thumb drive and give that to a friend, you're committing a crime. The law says you need my permission to do any of that, even if you do it, up to 70 years after I'm dead. To put it plainly, the World Intellectual Property Organization,
That's
the
not
leading
70,
international
it's 50 for music
pro-copyright group,
and
says
25%
copyrights may more narrowly be viewed as limited and legally sanctioned monopolies. And if that's what the people advocating for it say, you can only imagine what the people who are against copyright might call it. Because yes, there are tons of different groups over the years that have fought for the abolition or reworking of copyright laws, such as various pirate parties around the world or the hilariously named copyleft movement. And I don't want to get too deep into any of that. I just want to highlight how contentious copyright laws are in general. They aren't the end-all be-all of dictating what's right and wrong. Though, to give a fun example of copyright in action, in 2006, the Dutch musician Melchior Rietveld granted use of his song for a short film in a film festival. They allowed that song to be used for free for this one-off performance. However, Rietveld later found out that the short film had been put on thousands of DVDs without his permission.
Bruh. I think, how many of you would remember? I don't know if many, but in Brazil, this was a thing in Brazil. Everywhere, every city, everywhere you would go, people would be selling movies, people would be selling CDs, thumb drives with movies inside of them. It was insane. It was insane movement. Damn, it's probably bigger piracy than there is today, because today people don't even mind paying for Spotify because they just don't want to bother downloading stuff. And that's what I mean.
Which he didn't get paid for.
But it was
Rietveld then sued the
insane.
filmmakers for copyright infringement and won, getting all 100,000 euros that those DVDs would have been worth. Why am I using this example specifically? Well, because the short film in question was an anti-piracy ad. The internet was actually convinced that it was the "you wouldn't steal a car" ad that everybody loves, though while that ad has its own problems, it is completely different to the one that ironically committed piracy. But, oh, what the heck, here's a clip. God, it is so good. My favorite part is that it has to remind you that stealing...
You know what's funny? In 2005, being a pirate was cool. Every single person was a damn pirate. They even had in Brazil, if Ricky might remember, they had an ad on TV to try against piracy that's saying that the money you put on piracy was, what was it? Was traded in bullets or something like that. Like the change you got, if you, it was like, I paid for a movie. I think I remember. Yeah, you paid for a movie. Like the guy was paying for a movie.
I'm gonna start drinking.
The power of alcohol.
This is not alcohol, this is water. It's all me, man. It's all my little head. But yeah, like you would say buy Spider-Man or Shrek 2001, and then the guy would give you change. It supports crime, yes. And then it was a guy giving you a change in bullets. It was a guy giving a change back in bullets. The guy was like, can I give you the change in bullets? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. And then you get a bunch of bullets in your head. A bunch of 9mm bullets. Like, what the fuck?
Is against the law. I don't know why they had to add that, but...
You remember that? Let's see if I can find it, dude. It's supposed to be candy, but it was bullets. Oh, they still have it. Holy. Yeah, it's this one.
DVD, show, filme, desenho. Ô, chefia, fica à vontade.
Isso aqui não é aquele DVD que estraga no aparelho não, né?
Ô, patrão, esse daí, isso é coisa boa, meu.
Maravilha. Tem alguma promoção aqui?
Vou fazer uma promoção boa pra chefia agora. Você vai levar 3 e vai me pagar só 2.
Só que eu acho que eu tô sem troco.
Não, eu troco.
3 for 2, let's go.
Posso dar o troco em bala?
O dinheiro que circula na pirataria é o mesmo que circula no crime organizado. DVD pirata é crime. Filme em DVD só original.
Yeah, that was in every single thing.
A banger. And according to some sources, it increased rates of piracy because of how cool it made it look. There's a great report about the ineffectiveness of anti-piracy ads in general that I read that made the amazing point.
Because to be fair, you know what happens? The truth of the matter is that what happened is since everybody was selling them, because it was a conversion time between people locating or leasing, blah, blah, whatever, DVDs and movies. And then people started copying them and selling them for like very cheap. So organized crime in Brazil, which is a very big problem, and it's the very reason why Brazil is so violent, is the organized crime. They started getting themselves in it too. So they were the ones also selling movies. They were the ones selling things like they were drugs, essentially. Which was a very interesting time, to say the least. Yeah, it was also a thing to give money back as candy. Because, like, we had 1 cent. We don't have a cent coin anymore. We don't have 1 cent coins anymore. Since a long time ago. But because they didn't want to give 1 cent coins because it was such annoying, like you gotta give 17 coins and you don't have a 10, so you gotta give 17 1 cent coins. So they're like, can I just give you some candy? And you give candy. It was weird time. Like just close to my house, there was this guy who was collecting 1 cent coins so he could trade that for like big notes. So he had like pots and pots of 1 cent coins. A box of candy instead of change. Yeah. They don't do that anymore because the cheapest candy is now like 20, 30 cents. So people don't want it. They don't want that in candy anymore. But it used to be like 5 cents. Yeah, no, Netflix is going up the price. Crunchyroll, I saw that too. They're going up in price. So stupid. Monopolies are stupid. This is why piracy exists, man.
That
because people
pirates
keep
would often
fucking it up. That's their
cut these
problem.
ads out of films. So the only people who would watch them were paying customers, which affect.
There used to be people who pirated internet in here. Did you guys know that? There were people who pirated internet in Brazil. Like they would use radio internets and pirate the signal. They don't do that anymore because it's simply not worth it. Like you can just, like I told you guys, there's like 10 companies I could call right now. They would offer me fiber and they would all offer me at least 400 megabytes of speed. And they do deliver that. So, and for like so cheap too. And it's all in where I live. So imagine the whole country is like that now. There's so many companies, there's so many internet companies that it's simply not worth to even pirate the internet anymore because you can just get a good internet for very cheap. 200 for a real, bro. I pay 100 and I got almost 700. Actually, I got 727 sometimes. Look at this. Sometimes I get 727. 108 real to be exact. I live in a big city too. Well, right beside a big city. It's still considered part of the big city. So there you go. It's supposed to be 680, but I got 727. I don't know. And I got half of the speed for upload, which is pretty freaking good. So there you go. That's my... I have a picture of it with 777 actually. Go this. You just have to try a little bit and it gets to 727. I think I posted it in the Discord. But yeah. Hell no. Wait, what? 50 euros a month can get you 1 or 2 G. Wait, that is gigabytes that you get for usage or speed, unlimited speed. Because if it's 1 or 2 gigs, that's pretty decent, I guess. Because if you convert mine is how much is dollar today? Dollar 4.97. So 5. 21.6. I pay 50. I forgot what your coin is called. 12 euros and have 200 megabytes unlimited amounts. Got to go up this season, enjoy the talk. See, enjoy, man. See you, Alex. Poland's built different. How Poland? No, but the reason why I increased the speed increased so much, like if you what in 2017 is when I got this internet from this company. They were giving 100 megabytes, so that's only 7 years ago. It didn't take them a year. They already increased it to 200 for the same price. Then they increased it to 400 for like $5 more. And the $5 more was only because they taxes, the way taxes worked changed, so we had to pay more taxes, and they sent a message for us saying that the price was going to increase by $5 because of the taxes. And at that point, I was paying 114. And then at some point, I saw the new promotion thing. Then it was this one about 680 megabytes for 107. So I would pay less and get more internet. And that was 2 years ago, I think. So in pretty much a matter of 5 years, they increased the speed from 100 to almost 700 or 700 megabytes, which is insane. And I'm paying the same thing that I was paying when I started. Actually, I'm paying less now. Because it was 118 when I started. Now I'm 107. Even with inflation, I'm literally going against inflation and getting more internet. Which makes no sense. It makes no sense how this works. But it's simply because there's so much competition that they don't know what to do anymore. They have to give speed to people. I just did internet speed test and they got 500 megabits. They're sending more than I pay for. That's good. That's good. That's good. Technically, in here, there's a law that says you only need to get 60% of what you pay for, but I never got less than what you saw there. Hints. They don't get close to each other. It's kind of sad. I'm having to cross my hands. Maybe I need to like fine tune them or something. I didn't do that. Oh, the scandal. Wait, what if I do this? Wait.
Stupid bitch.
Oh, the scandal. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking.
I'm gonna start drinking.
The power of alcohol.
It manages to power down Coroni, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start drinking.
The power of alcohol.
Power of alcohol. It was worth I'm trying to sending that thing for you.
Effectively made them advertisements for piracy.
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 Look, super mega rock and roll gods and superstars are just regular dudes like you guys. We punch the clock, we put on the pants, and then we blow people's minds. That's how we make a living. And then these pirates come and they steal all our internets. I don't know how they do it, but these pirates can bust into our entertainers' homes, make us walk the plank, steal our rockin' tunes, and leave us broke. Is that what you want, Mr. Long John Silver? What's your parrot gonna listen to when you go toe-to-toe against the English Armada? Jazz? I don't think so.
Now, piracy is illegal in the US, and due to things like the Bernay Convention, also illegal in many places allied with the US. Though, just like with anti-piracy ads, the law never really stopped anybody. Also, piracy laws either don't exist or straight up aren't enforced in a ton of places, especially China and Russia. So a lot of companies took the task of stopping pirates into their own hands. I mean, if you can't arrest someone for obtaining copies, why not try to make it impossible to copy something to begin with? Before the switch from analog to digital, the way companies would stop you from duplicating your favorite VHS copy of Turner and Hooch was just making it so the output was scrambled if you tried to turn the VCR to record mode. But with computers came programming, and with programming came more advanced kinds of copy prevention, all of which are dubbed digital rights management software, or DRM. And
these suck. These suck. Those things should not exist. This is the thing. The problem should not be trying to fix pirates. The problem should be trying to fix the reason why we need pirates in the first place.
I should clarify, to call any of this copy prevention is a bit of a stretch. It's more like copy delaying or copy mild inconvenience in most cases. Because after all, one of the main reasons people get into programming in the first place is to problem solve fun challenges with computers. And so, as it turns out, giving a bunch of computer nerds a fat, juicy challenge to solve that would also let them play games for free if they beat it meant they would dedicate their lives to solving these problems. Getting around DRM became a very competitive game for pirates, even in the early days of computers. Back in the era of the Apple II and the Commodore 64, they formed circles called wares groups that would trade games and try to crack the software.
We are having
each of them
an interesting relationship with piracy here.
To be the first one to bypass a new gamer program to get all the fame that came with it, almost always signing their name on fancy splash screens they made to proudly display their achievement. These crackers, hold on, can I say
they
that
still
word?
do that actually.
These white people kept up this tradition to this very day, with the NFO files packed alongside pirated
there it is, Empress. There was a whole actual drama happening between Empress and the other groups because apparently she was being very cocky about being the only one to actually know how to break the Nouveau system or whatever. The Nouveau is one of the DRM systems that I told you about that freaking eat up 20% of your performance for stupid reasons. Like, oh, we can stop piracy. Yeah, sure.
Of games.
Like legit people that want to pirate the game, they're just gonna wait for 2 years if they have to just to pirate the game, and they still pirate. So it doesn't affect the piracy problem at all.
Which are usually the only ways that
only affects the people that pay the game
with the outside world
and have to have a better computer because they put those things in, and the people who have worse computers just can't play the game.
Individually would rise and fall and fade into obscurity. The scene itself is surprisingly still going strong. Strong enough that
I'm sorry, I'm just getting ahead of
in 1998, the US would create the DMCA Act, which is most famously known for protecting websites like
DMCA.
YouTube.
I got a lot of those from playing those.
Copyright lawsuits, so long as they provide a way for the website to take down copyrighted material. But they also
claims don't hurt, okay? Claims just make you mute your audio or not do ads, but I don't care. So.
Made it specifically illegal to try and circumvent copy prevention systems. This had the intended effect of allowing anti-piracy groups to go after the wares scene and various crackers much harder than before, but had the unintended effect of making it illegal for people to fix everything from John Deere tractors to their own pacemakers, because in doing so, you had to mess with the copy prevention software. Boy, United States law sure is great, huh?
I think that internet swapping and trading of different things is pretty cool, man. Kids want to listen to music, you know? I don't think bands should be so concerned with making every penny that should be squeezed out of everything.
No.
It's like I want kids in Thailand to rock out when we show up to Thailand. You know, I don't care if they bought the record or not. If they download it off their computer, right on. If they taped it off their friend,
Yeah,
right
that's
on.
the thing.
It means they like music.
Piracy as a whole then got a ton of notoriety.
That's the thing, man. For spreading as an artist's name, it was actually good. It was actually good, to be fair.
Around 1999, when a little website called Napster came out and dropped a fucking nuke on the music industry that it would never quite get over. So anti-piracy groups in the years following, as well as the companies making DRM, massively stepped up their game. One of the first big attempts at impossible to crack DRM was Star Force, which managed to keep Splinter Cell Chaos Theory unpirated for a world record 422 days. But Star Force also, unfortunately, required full control over your entire PC, couldn't be uninstalled, and ran so poorly that tech websites claimed it would brick your CD drive, which caused Ubisoft to be on the receiving end of a $5 million class action lawsuit for using it, and later caused them to drop it entirely. The software
Don't ever remember Riot Games DRM on Valorant.
software to replace Star Force was then SecureROM, which would physically measure where data was on your disk and then authenticate that data by making you activate your copy on an online server. And this was used on everything from Mass Effect to BioShock to GTA 4, with some pretty okay results. However, in order to work, it also, for some reason, required access to everything on your computer, also couldn't be uninstalled, would shut the game off if you ran any other programs, and would sometimes make you reactivate your copy as often as every 10 days, which landed EA with multiple lawsuits this time after they included it in the release of Spore. And the cherry on top of all this, Spore went on to become the most pirated game of all time in 2008. And there's a good chance it only got there because of how many people hated the DRM.
Yep. That's the
now,
thing.
when I tell you that the next and most famous DRM software to come out, Denuvo, was
that's
made by
the more like devil. Denuvo, more like the devil.
the same people who made SecureROM, you should start to see a pattern here. Denuvo is the most sophisticated copy prevention we've seen so far. And by most sophisticated, I mean it took Wares Groups a whole month to crack games like Dragon Age Inquisition instead of the typical day. It then took 8 months to crack Rise of the Tomb Raider after Denuvo rewrote their whole program from the ground up. And then Hitman 2 got cracked several days before launch. So yeah, the way it works is
actually there's games that took over a year to crack. Let me see if the site is still up. So there's this site. I hope I can show this because there's nothing technically illegal. So this game, not cracked, 454 days. Need for Speed Unbound. So over a year already. And these are all the games that are cracked and people just posted in here to show that they were. So yeah. Same for this one. Cracked in 1000 days. I think this is wrong. I think this is... Does it show like abandoned archive? I wonder if there it is actually. Does it search? I don't think it allows search, so it doesn't try to whatever. Crack Watcher. Yeah, there's so many of these sites. And these sites always show like the status on these things. Yeah, it says cracked on 1000 days, but it's probably because the game actually was released in 2020, the first. Yeah, so you still have some that take a while. 306 days, 146 days, 162 days. This one was at 149 days. $375, 1,000. Well, I mean,
obviously hush hush, but the basic gist from what I've heard is that like Secure ROM, it connects to servers to validate your game files. But instead of checking physical data on a disk, it makes a unique key for every computer it's installed on, then keeps the game's code encrypted and only decrypts it on the fly as long as that key remains valid. If that sounds insane to you, it should, because Denuvo has been proven to cause performance issues and slower load times in games that use it, since sometimes it just can't decrypt that data fast enough. Just to name a
look at this shit.
Makes a unique key for every computer it's installed on, then remains valid. If it has performance issues fast enough. Just to name a few examples that use it, since sometimes it just can't.
There you go. And here, this one is fine. This one is fine. It was mostly noticed on the Hogwarts Legacy. I noticed it myself. I actually gotta get back to that game. But I would have to get it on my account. Because I was playing on a friend account. But it was the same thing. It was 80 or something, and it went to 100 and something. And the loading of zones was much faster. It's kind of like playing Elden Ring with the easy cheat thing. It's pretty much that. Like, it's so much better without it.
Decrypt that data fast enough. Just to name a few examples, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, I didn't get the joke again. I'm sorry.
Cry 5 saw a 25% performance increase, and Resident Evil Village got rid of major stuttering issues after Capcom removed Denuvo from the games. And Tekken 7 director Katsuhiro Harada directly blamed Denuvo for the game having bad performance at launch. The worst part of all this to me is that just like how people who bought movies legally were the only ones who saw anti-piracy ads, people who buy games legally often get worse performance than they would from a pirated copy because of the DRM. So it's become a widespread practice for companies to remove Denuvo from their games the second it gets cracked, which leads to this absurdly hilarious situation where a game will come out, have performance issues, and the community has to wait for pirates to crack it so the Denuvo can be removed to clear the issues up. Now, to clarify, Denuvo still massively increases the average time it takes to crack a game, sometimes giving up the goods instantly, but sometimes giving about a month before something gets pirated, maybe even a year if the game isn't popular enough to attract the few crackers who know how to break it. And the crackers themselves have had some pretty big ups and downs the last several years or so, with many groups disbanding or getting raided by the police, and a ton of drama happening between members. This video doesn't really focus that much on them, but I'll link to a great Reddit thread that details a basic history of the scene and a lot of the drama that went on around one particular cracker, Empress. And I also suggest reading the Wikipedia article that just lists all the Wares groups, because that's pretty fun too. Ultimately, despite how terrible and ineffective it is for a lot of games, publishers keep putting in Denuvo and DRM in general because it can hopefully keep their game locked up long enough to survive the initial sales window. They are terrified of piracy and are often willing to hurt the consumer in order to just delay the inevitable. So let's talk a little bit about why they're so afraid.
I hear terrible things about piracy. I've been hearing them for decades. People love to say that piracy is costing the industry so much money and it's horrible and undermining everything. I listen. I don't see a lot of evidence for that, but
there kind of is, honestly, sadly. Didn't Nintendo just sued Yuzu Emulator because they lost 1 million copies? There was 1 million pirated copies of a game that were downloaded because they were leaked. That is a lot of money, just saying.
What happens
even if Nintendo lowered the prices, because they do have very pricey stuff,
is if you make a game
that is a lot of money,
or takes longer to start up, or whatever, will become unplayable if someone loses a
you'll see something about it, but not specifically about
piece
using
of paper. You're going to drive valid consumers away from your product. whether they buy it or not, or whether they pirate it or not, they're not going to buy it. Because once someone pirates and they have wiped those measures, if the game's better because of it, if it runs faster, has a better frame rate, doesn't pause occasionally, starts up really fast, why would you want to play the valid one?
Piracy's effect on sales is
yeah, no, but that's a different thing, my guy. That's a different thing. That's a different thing. That's why even a lot of them say, if you like the game, buy it. Because they know that cracked works better. But they still say that, oh, if you like the game, just buy it. And then play the pirate version because it runs better. That's what they say.
incredibly difficult to track. The intuitive answer is that it certainly should have some, but how big of an effect and how much would change if piracy didn't exist is...
Yeah, another reason why people pirate is because they were, one of the reasons is they're like, oh, you shouldn't pay for it if you don't like it, which I find very silly in a way. It's like you have to play the game first and then you pay for it. If you like it, then you go buy it. Well, then that doesn't sound very morally correct, but okay.
It's near impossible to find conclusive evidence on. Don't get me wrong, if you want to find studies on piracy, you can find hundreds, and I have. There are more research papers on the effects of piracy than I could count. But that's the problem, because they all contradict each other. Like, if I wanted to, I could show you a report from the European Commission in 2013 that showed that music piracy had zero effect on legal music sales, saying the vast majority of music that is consumed illegally by the individuals in our sample would not have been legally purchased if illegal downloading websites were not available to them. I could show you another report that said even though 51% of all adults in the EU had pirated something at some point in their life, this had no negative effect on sales in most industries, and in the case of video games actually led to a 24% increase in sales, likely from word of mouth and people buying games after they pirate them. A conclusion that several other reports I found also show for video games and other industries. But I could also show you reports that conclude the exact opposite. Ones that say piracy negatively impacts music sales or movie sales or game sales, some saying it doesn't have an effect on one but a strong effect on another. If you gather enough reports on this, many of them will say completely different things because they're all using different data and methodologies. So just like I picked out...
Hey, the problem is the methodology. I can take, you can take what he's saying at face value, but it's also about, is it true? Is the methodology correct? Is it biased? Is it not biased? Who knows? Yeah, and it's also you're considering, you gotta think what time is this study made, because if you're talking from 2012 up, people just pretty much abandoned discs by then. And they were just using thumb drives and iPods and iPads and phones and whatever. So obviously they're not gonna need to pirate as much. They're just gonna share between friends. I've only pirated academic literature because paying over $30 to read a singular chapter of a book is dumb and just not available. Yeah, the thing that I was saying is we're trying, instead of trying to fix piracy, you should be trying to fix the reason why piracy exists. Because in a way, it's what he said. I just disagree that it doesn't have any effect. Those studies probably don't consider certain things. I like to risk that they don't consider like the fact that Jay said that population is increasing, so you're not gonna notice. But how do you figure out? What kind of methodology are you going to use that figures out that they wouldn't buy it anyway? Like, how do you say that they wouldn't buy it if the sites weren't available? That makes no sense. You can guess that if a person is poor, they're not going to buy it because they don't have the money for it. But if these people that are pirating have money enough that they could buy it, even if they would suck because they would have to sacrifice something else, to say that they wouldn't buy it if there was no way to illegally get it, and I don't know. I just think that they're trying too hard on fighting piracy, and they're not gonna be able to solve it because it's just not possible. So
out studies showing piracy to have a positive effect, you can easily group up studies with negative effects and then make a conclusion from that. You know, piracy definitely hurts sales. Here are a dozen studies that say so. Just ignore the ones that disagree with me. Another thing to point out is that the vast majority of these studies can only ever prove correlation. They'll show that piracy went up some percentage and sales in some industry went down some percentage, and then just say that as piracy goes up, sales go down.
yeah, no, that makes no sense.
Which is fine data to collect in a vacuum, but there's a reason that they all say research suggests that piracy may impact sales. Because I can show you a graph of beef jerky sales in the
Nah, the reason why they use those words is because that's how researchers work. They cannot ever point. Like, no, there's not going to be a research that says this is proven. So that's the part that maybe he didn't get there. Like, a good research paper is never going to say this is the fact. This is the proven. This is the fact. No, it's always going to say this may show. This may be this. It may be that. Journals are the ones selling from science, pretty much, because the scientists wants their work seen, and then these journals are like, oh, we can pay a little bit of money for you, Job. We're gonna give access to this. Otherwise, no one's gonna see it. I mean, pretty much they're making money on top of the researchers, which is kind of sad. Like, if I make a paper for my university, this was the case for my cousin's girlfriend. She finished her course in zoology, I think, and she made her paper, her conclusion paper, and she wanted to publish it. She had to pay 200. She had to pay 200 real just to publish it. Wait. And it's illegal for some reason, and piracy is not. Well, yeah, because laws, man. Yeah, and you think she's gonna get paid for that? No, she might get, I guess, seen. There's a chance that she'll get seen for that, but... And then people can contact her and yada yada, but it's pretty much just a money grabber. And why shouldn't she be able to just post it on the internet and have it validated immediately? You know? No, you have to publish it, but you have to be validated by a few other people first. They have to approve your work. I mean, I think it makes sense to use that if you're trying to get your data to be more valid in a sense, because it's being scrutinized by other people. But even that is not very well like that anymore nowadays, is it? There's quite a lot of studies that get approved by the pairs, and then you look at them and they're so silly. So I don't know. It's unfortunate. Things are corrupt. Everything's corrupt. No, but yeah, so the thing that he's saying about not affecting sales, it's kind of iffy.
in the US and a graph of consensual incest in the US and say that beef jerky sales are correlated with incest. But I can't then say...
Jesus, it actually increased. Well, you see, this is how they try to fool you. The number increased 0.0003.
Eating beef jerky makes you want to kiss your cousin, no matter how much we all know it to be true. Correlation doesn't mean causation. Correlation doesn't even really prove.
To be fair, there would be a lot of misinformation if there would be no validation. No, there can be validation, but you shouldn't be forced to go through a validation. Like, if you want to present your work to company and they want the validation, then it's on you for not having paid for said validation. But you
Prove
shouldn't have
anything
to
on its own.
because the guy that is gonna sign you up, if the company knows more than you about the topic, and they just want you because you discovered something that they didn't, but they know it's right. They don't need the validation because they know it's right. This works especially for exact sciences. If they know it's correct, why would they need to validate with someone who is probably less graduated than they are? Or less experienced than they are. They might know more academically, but less on the field. For you to be exploited. Or to become famous, you can go on their side and become famous.
And even the
by
very
being on their
thorough
side.
300-page piracy studies I showed you will cite other factors that may be responsible, since there's so many variables you can't make a conclusion for sure. So that's just something to keep in mind.
When the web started, I used to get really grumpy with people because they put my poems up, they put my stories up. And I also got very grumpy because I felt like they were pirating my stuff, that it was bad. And then I started to notice that places where I was being pirated,
book author,
I was selling more and more books. People were discovering me through being pirated. And I started to realize that actually you're not losing books. You're not losing sales. You can't look on that as a lost sale. It's not a lost sale. Nobody who would have bought your book is not buying it because they can find it for free. What you're actually doing is advertising. You're reaching more people. You're raising awareness. And understanding that gave me a whole new idea of the shape of copyright and of what the web was doing. Because the biggest thing the web is doing is allowing people to hear things, allowing people to read things, allowing people to see things they might never have otherwise seen. And I think basically that's an incredibly good thing.
But regardless of actual
but you see what I told you about, like changing the reason why people are like they were pirating stuff. You know, nowadays what people do is they will present their book. They'll be building their image on Instagram or whatever. They'll make a book and they'll go, just today, because you watched this video, you can download a demo of the book on the links. I'm gonna send you like half the book or whatever. Sometimes, or they send you the whole book, or they send you just the start of the book. So it's much more about them being smarter on their marketing than letting it out of your control. Like it should be like this, you know, like, oh, I know they're gonna pirate it because that's the internet, so I'm gonna be smarter than them and I'm gonna use the system. I mean, I'm pretty sure this worked especially well for Dragon Force. Dragon Force, if you guys don't remember. There's a video of, I forgot his name, the guitarist, the owner of the band. And he was literally saying, rhythm gamers, please use my songs. You can use my songs as much as you want. Use them on your games. I don't care. You're not gonna be copyrighted. I mean, you still get claims on the videos, but you don't get strikes. He said, you're never gonna get striked. I'm not gonna take your video down. Use them on rhythm games to have fun, enjoy the game, enjoy the music. He literally said that because he's not stupid. There's like millions of people who play rhythm games. It's good for him because people know him. But that's a choice. He chose that. It's different than like forcing you to buy a thing.
Impact.
If anything, Osu is like the biggest pillar of controversy regarding this topic. Is Osu.
The perceived,
like, I still don't know how they still get away with this. Because they keep saying we're gonna fix it, we're gonna find ways to fix the copyright problem, yada yada, but this yep. Yeah.
The impact of piracy on game sales is very, very negative. Companies are quick to bring up piracy as a contributor to bad sales performance, and there's a reason so many do a deal with the
Because he's user content generated. Nah, but they can remove it at any time. Sakura no Uta, the song, it got removed instantly. And it's pretty obvious that they knew the song was in the game. They just didn't want to remove it because it was causing no controversy. They only removed the song because it caused controversy. Because people started making shit about it. And they didn't like it. So they went in and removed it.
devil that is DRM. Crytek, the company behind Crysis and Far Cry, even cited piracy as the main reason they stopped selling games exclusively on PC. According to the CEO, they somehow tracked how many people registered the game online and estimated that for every copy bought, 15 to 20 had been installed. Meaning, assuming the numbers are accurate, if even 10% of the pirates had bought the game, they would have doubled their revenue. However, even with that insane rate of piracy, the game made its production costs back, funded 3 more sequels, and became one of the highest selling PC games of all time. So it's pretty hard for me to agree that piracy hurt them that bad, but nonetheless, the sequel expansion Crysis Warhead launched with Secure ROM on it and was the last PC exclusive Crytek ever made. Here's where it gets interesting though. Half a decade later, in 2014, Crytek tried transitioning to the games as a service market, with the CEO claiming that every game they'd make from then on would be free to play and always online. But this was after some underwhelming sales from Crysis 3 and Rise Son of Rome, a game I'm sure everybody remembers, which put the company on the brink of bankruptcy. To tell you how bad it got, Crytek reduced the size of their company by 40%, shut down all but 2 of their studios, and sold off their rights to Homefront. The CEO also didn't pay employees for several months because they said it would have put the company under. A former Crytek employee that got in contact with me said the company was still tracking how many pirated copies of their games there were, and still looked at piracy as a reason they weren't doing well. So they made the last-ditch attempt to push into games as a service, which slowly clawed them back to profitability with games like Hunt Showdown. Now, we likely won't ever know the full behind-the-scenes story of Crytek, but I can guarantee this is a common belief in the industry.
They had good games.
It's pretty easy to look at your sales numbers declining and blame people playing the game for free, even if it can't be proven that they'd have bought your game anyways. After all, no studio has shut down specifically because of piracy, and Crytek's numbers only really declined after they implemented DRM and started making console exclusives. But even so, the hard-working employees making these games were the ones hurt in the end, and piracy is a very easy thing to blame for that. Also, an unrelated fun fact, in 2004, Crytek's offices were raided by German police for pirating software. Police didn't actually end up finding anything because it was a false alarm, so I just want to make that clear, but it is really funny. Now, this poor treatment of employees, or well, the Crytek CEO says that people were happy to not get paid, but I don't believe that for a second.
People, why
this
you do
poor
that?
treatment of employees is widespread, and as we've seen recently, often happens where piracy doesn't. 2023 was the worst year for game developers on record. Over 1/3 of devs were laid off or knew someone who was, according to one survey. Included with those are Epic Games laying off 800 people, Niantic laying off 200, and of course, Microsoft recently letting go almost 2,000 people from places like Blizzard. Over 6,000 people lost their jobs this past year, and
people.
notably, a decent chunk of them were from companies making highly profitable online games. Ones that don't get cracked or have massive piracy issues, yet still drop their employees like a sack of potatoes in order to cut costs. The reason for layoffs and shutdowns and poor working conditions are all going to be different. I'm not saying the games industry is a monolith. However, Bobby Kotick left Activision Blizzard with a $400 million payout, and Epic Games' Tim Sweeney is worth $4 billion. So that's kind of weird, right? When most companies try to make a big stink about piracy.
Yeah, it's weird, but bro. And there's other things there. Like, do you know how much these guys are paid? Do you guys have any? I mean, I think you guys know, right? These guys are easily. I would guess that these devs that got laid off are easily paid over $100,000 a year, easily. Like, would be easily. They're probably making 200 or more, because these are experienced guys that got laid off. Like the majority of them. These are people that know how to make games. They know how to make systems. They know how to make a bunch of shit that a lot of normies or people who are new don't know how to do. So, yeah, it's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. And not to mention, they gotta give them not only the money for the job that they do, but also the equipment, the computers, the things that they have to pay. Because, for example, depending on the way that your company works, you also got stocks for programming. Like you get your money plus the money you get from the codes that you make or the stocks that you are given every year or whatever. It's a lot of money. And they have to do it for everyone. So I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to renew. I don't know the full story on that. But it's a lot of money, but it isn't.
And talk about all the money they're not making or all the employees that worked hard on their game. It can kind of ring hollow, because even if their game isn't pirated, even if their game is massively successful, the most successful of all time in fact, that company isn't guaranteed to treat their employees any better. More revenue from piracy not happening wouldn't give those overworked devs job security. A union would.
You know, there's assumption that what is piracy? Piracy is about people who want to steal stuff from you, right? That they don't want to pay any money and they want to get your content. But when you look at the fact that these people have, you know, $2,000 PCs and they're spending $50 a month on their internet connections, clearly they're willing to spend money. So from our point of view, what we saw more and more is that piracy is a result of bad service on the part of game companies. So when you attack the problem that way, by improving the service component of the experience rather than through copy protection, which reduces the service component, you know, copy protection is actually going to increase. I mean, there's anecdotal evidence this is the case that copy protection actually increases rather than decreases the piracy of games. So, like I say, by focusing on the customer and doing useful things for the customer,
yeah, there you go.
Piracy really becomes sort of a non-issue for us.
So why don't we switch from the most common reasons people will say piracy is evil to the main reasons people will say piracy can be a good thing, that being for emulation and games preservation. Emulation, yet again, is not piracy, even though tons of people who don't like it will be quick to call it that. Emulation is just the ability for a computer to act like a video game console and run games for that console. It is perfectly legal to do, and several lawsuits like Sony v. Connectix and Sony v. Bleem all ruled in favor of emulation. The lawsuits Sega v. Accolade and Galoob Toys v. Nintendo even ruled that reverse engineering game cartridges and game consoles is legal, which became one of the few exemptions that the DMCA Act specifically allowed. Side note, I do wish some of the companies involved in landmark emulation cases had better names than Bleem or Galoob. But what can you do? Buying a game, dumping its contents onto a computer, loading the console's files into an emulator, and then playing that game on the emulator is 100% A-OK, no matter how much Sony and Nintendo wish it wasn't. Or rather, how much they wish it wasn't for other people, because official consoles like the NES Classic and PlayStation Classic are just emulators. And even HD re-releases of games like Parappa the Rappa on PS4 were found to be running PSP emulators that just upscaled the game. So emulation is perfectly fine. Even the companies that put Connectix and Bleem into—
Dude, I have a Nintendo right here. Thanks to Mr. Alex. A Switch. You can literally, for free, you can play the Nintendo games. You emulate Super Nintendo, you emulate whatever GameCube, whatever it was for Nintendo, and then you also do that for Nintendo 64. It's all free technically, kind of. The only thing you have to pay for is the Nintendo Online, so you can download stuff, which is iffy. But anyway, I mean, they themselves are emulating things, so I don't know. Birthday cake, happy birthday.
Bankruptcy due to all their lawsuits, use it to sell their crappy little anniversary.
But the problem is, I don't know if he mentions here, the problem is not the actual emulator, I don't think, because if you're using the code, they, like say, the way emulators should work, right? You download it, you have to put your key on it. Oh, sorry, I pressed on the thing. You press your key, the key that you get on your, like say my Switch, It comes with a key. I use that key to allow me to use the system to register online. The problem is I could, for example, give this key to someone else. And then these emulators sometimes don't protect against that. Or sometimes they even allow you to register the same key on 2 different places. Playing online and everything. And that technically is pirating because you didn't buy the physical thing. You don't have the access to the software that you're accessing technically. Because you buy the Switch, you're also getting the Switch system with it. You're also paying for the system that you're using.
Again, is not piracy, even though tons of people who don't like it will be quick to call it that. Emulation is just the ability for a computer to act like a video game. Suits like Sony v. and Game CA Act specifically allow emulation cases had better names than Bleem or Galoob. But what can you do? Buying a game, dumping its contents onto a computer, loading the console's files into an emulator, and then playing that game on the emulator is 100% A-OK, no matter how much Sony and Nintendo wish it wasn't.
Kind of. Because I think it's the same thing, right? You pay for the game. I think if you pay for the game and you bought the system, but you don't like the system, or for some reason it doesn't work anymore, and you don't want to pay like $500 to fix because the screen is broken and it doesn't let you, when you put it on the dock, it doesn't work, right? Stuff like that. It should be, I think it is legal to just emulate it on your computer because you paid for all that. If you pay for the game and you pay for the system, you should be able to use it on your computer. I don't think you should be forced to use the physical system. Like I don't think that's the thing. Like if you were using it like that, it should be just fine. And apparently it is, from what he's saying on the laws. They won the lawsuits and stuff. But the problem why, and I think what Nintendo was attacking is might have to do with the fact that people were accessing, like they figured out that people were accessing it using copies of the system itself, which is, I think, I forgot what it's called for the PlayStation emulator or whatever. It's like the BIOS code. That BIOS code, if you pirated it, it technically, I mean, if you share it with another person, you're technically pirating it.
Or rather, how much they wish it wasn't for other people, because official consoles like the NES Classic and PlayStation Classic are just emulators, and even HD re-releases of games like Parappa the Rappa on PS4 were found to be running PSP emulators that just upscaled the game. So emulation is perfectly fine. Even the companies that put Connectix and Bleem into bankruptcy due to all their lawsuits use it to sell their crappy little anniversary consoles. When we talk about piracy in regards to emulation, it's just the same as every other kind. People who don't legally dump ROMs, but just go ahead and download them instead. And buying games to play on emulators legally is not a very easy task. If you want to buy the original version of anything older than a couple console generations ago, you're probably going to have to go through a third party like eBay, which means none of your money is going to the people who made the game. And that's if the game is even for sale, since as we saw with the closure of the Nintendo eShop, there are thousands of digital titles that are just gone forever, save for pirated copies. In recent years, there have been major talks about games preservation, and piracy is often the only way older titles can be preserved. Physical copies will degrade over time, digital copies will be deleted from stores, but a copied ROM played on an emulator can be shared and archived forever, which is especially helpful when the company behind that game doesn't want to or sometimes can't officially sell it anymore. God, just as I was writing this video, Spec Ops The Line got deleted from online storefronts. 2K says their licensing
Spec Ops is like the dude
expired, so you just can't buy the game legally if you try. Oh well. And this is a problem that goes beyond preservation and emulation for a lot of people. I've been focusing on the US a lot here, but gaming in other countries.
Oh well, you just can't buy it anymore because we don't own the copyright for it, so we're just gonna remove it so you cannot ever have it. We're punishing.
Is a whole different story.
But I mean, if it gets removed because it has no copyright anymore, technically you can download it, right? Am I crazy here? Isn't copyright like 25 years and then after that it's, unless it's passed by or rebought?
Just last year, Steam made changes to their pricing, which removed regional currencies from places like Argentina and Turkey. And so many developers just price their AAA titles the same as the US, at around 40 to 60 USD. The only problem being that those games now cost up to half the average monthly salary in those countries. On
shit.
top of that, most games rarely get support outside of major.
Can still download and play games removed from Steam Store? No, but I mean, you cannot find them on the Steam page. So how are you gonna get them? You're gonna have to do some shenanigans.
Populated countries. Valve famously ported their games to Russia and saw major sales there, but they were an outlier, and still kinda are. For a lot of people, pirating even new releases is the only way to realistically get them. Unofficial translations being a large reason they even make it across a language barrier. Something anime fans are all probably familiar with, as fan translations are the only reason anime got popular in the West. There's a common argument.
No, it was totally Crunchyroll, right? It was totally because Crunchyroll did it for us, guys. It was totally not fan-made translations. Just the same as it was totally not fan-made translations that made companies actually put translation in games. Of course it wasn't. Of course it was the companies, not us. Because technically, I don't know if you remember, but back in the day when there was no translation, especially for Portuguese, people would have to technically crack the game in order to put translations on the game. They would not say that, but they altered the EXE to be able to see the translations. And the only way to alter the EXE and it still work in your computer is if they crack the EXE. So, Crunchyroll is the first anime pirate website. Holy shit.
Translations are the only reason anime got popular
Now
in
they
the
got
West.
the monopoly.
There's a common argument against piracy that says it only hurts people working hard to make games. But in this case, piracy can be the only way to get people to enjoy that hard work. It's the only way people can preserve that hard work and make sure it's remembered. And with people trying to shut down sites like the Internet Archive, the people fighting against piracy could be the reason we lose that hard work forever.
What the hell?
This whole video has been pretty difficult to make. You have no idea how many times I've gone back and rewritten sections of it to make better points or try to remove unnecessary fluff. I had whole long segments about copyright law and exemptions to it.
Yeah.
I talked more about the early history of the cracking scene, but I just kind of realized that none of that really helped what I was saying, and I want the message of this video to be pretty clear. Being against piracy is easy. It's illegal, it hurts profits, it's stealing. That's it, that's all you have to say. And you have the law, most companies, and many, many people on your side. It's a pretty safe and easy opinion to have, and I don't fault anyone for having it. Because defending piracy, for any reason, almost always lands you with a mountain of arguments. You have to fight back on a bunch of misconceptions that are, at best, inaccurate, and at worst, straight up propaganda. And you have to deal with people trying to paint this issue as some sort of good versus evil debate. Even though I think the real answer here is that it isn't that black and white. You know, of course I want game devs to get paid more, and I want the games I like to make more money. I think if you like games and you have the cash, then you should support them and buy them. Obviously. I shouldn't even have to say it, because I don't think being pro-piracy has to oppose those ideals. But if I'm gonna make some judgment on the morality of piracy, I want to make sure I'm talking about it truthfully. And the truth, as far as I see it, is this. Piracy is not theft. Copyright laws kinda suck. DRM sucks more. And I can get a better experience in some games through piracy because of it. Pirating games is the only way to preserve many of them. It's the only way some people can play most of them. And while it doesn't conclusively hurt profits, fighting against it has certainly hurt consumers. In fact, even if piracy didn't exist, game devs probably wouldn't get treated any better, and companies would just find another scapegoat to blame their problems on. But because it does, and it's not going anywhere, people around the world have gotten to enjoy amazing games. I'm sorry, but I just don't think piracy is that bad.
Holy! Oh, scary. Scary. Hey guys, support me on my Patreon. Whatever. Okay. Banger video. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna watch this one because Jay's not here anyway, and it's I'm getting okay. Would wait for a while. I would want to know about this one, but I know no context on this PlayStation thing. Man, the thing is, right? The companies, they are trying to make their money, but I think that they're being greedy, like people like to say. So if I make a good game, then I want to keep making good games, and I want to expand, and I want to make more good games, and I want to be richer and get more money and be, you know, instead of being content with like, okay, I made a good game. Do you want to see it again? Support me, give me support. It's the mistake that people did when making Spice and Wolf. If you don't know, Spice and Wolf is a series, and it's a book series, novel series, and in Japanese, it's a manga, whatever. That lasted for so many years, over a decade. I don't know if they still make it or not. Never heard of it. Spice and Wolf. Yeah, Spice and Wolf is amazing. It's an amazing story. It's like set on the. I would like to say it's like 1800s. It's close to like 1800s before machines and stuff. So maybe 1700s or whatever. It's on that kind of time where there are a lot of farms and pelts and things people are trading on. Bebe, you forgot. Huh? What do you mean you forgot? Nani? Oh. What? Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. I mean, you said that a long time ago. Yeah. So you get it, right? It's a great story. And Spice and Wolf was caught in that mistake of them trying to sell the book by putting it in TV. So they only paid for 2 seasons, and they stopped paying for it because they were too greedy. And then a lot of people wanted to... Yeah, Wolf and Parchment. And so they wanted to get more money and stuff like that, but they forgot that people actually enjoyed the series. And now the series is back. The TV series is going to come back because people actually paid for it. Fans pretty much funded it, and the company that once was greedy now is trying to help. And there's, I think, another company who is pretty much a fan company or whatever that keeps making merch, and that merch is what they are using to fund the series, which is insane. And people are actually paying for it and getting it just to fund the series to actually work. So I hope that they can keep doing it. I think they're doing something. I think it was even today, if I'm not mistaken, that people could watch like 4 episodes on the cinema, on movies. You can actually go to the movies and watch 4 episodes on Japan of the remade series, which they're releasing this year, I'm pretty sure. I can do this. Wait, I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, there's so many holo figurines and special packs and stuff like that. I'm sorry, yeah, my words. Anyway, point is, greed, greed causes problems. And then instead of giving people experiences, they don't. Games that work well World, games that work well. Valheim, games that work well. Enshrouded. You can still play it offline. You could theoretically pirate it. Maybe instead of pirate it, they could just give a more free version of the game. Because if you think about it, Nintendo does something very interesting, but at the same time quite stupid. Because they charge a lot for their games, right? And then they charge for this online subscription. Without the online subscription, you cannot play games with other people outside of your home. But at the same time, they give you the option to not have that. So you don't need to have Nintendo Online to use your Switch and to play the games that you bought for. So they're very weird, but they do something interesting there. Because you don't have to pay for online service. Well, what they think they should do on other games is make more online play possible, co-ops and stuff. And then give you online access that you pay for, and with that online access you get more things. It could be simply that easy. Like say, if you play online, then you get this outfit. If you play online, you get to farm this much, whatever. You know, you could change a lot of these games that are greedy, could change, because a game like Cyberpunk doesn't need that, right? A game like Cyberpunk, people will buy it regardless. But even that could have things like that. Oh, if you log in online, you get now your pack. You get access to your special items that you're not going to get if you play offline. Every month or whatever. That would certainly make people pay for the extra bucks. You could let people farm. I remember playing Blade and Soul, and there were these trove boxes that happen every season or so. So like 4 times a year, maybe 6, depending on if there are special events. They would give us trove boxes. Those trove boxes, you had to buy their coins, NCSoft coins. With the NCSoft coins, you get keys. I think it was 50 keys for like 20 bucks or whatever. I think it was something like that. The conversion. And with those keys, you would open these trove boxes that could give you various items. Some outfits very cool, some items that were for your progression, and some items that you could sell, like materials and stuff. What people like me would do is participate in events prior to this, or even during this, make a lot of gold, and go to the people that had money to buy keys, like physical money or credit cards. We would sell them, well, not technically sell, but trade the gold that we made for keys. Because to open the boxes, you also needed gold. And a person who's paying for those keys usually don't have much time to play to make that much gold. So we make the gold, they get the gold, we get the keys, we open the boxes. Win-win. And you don't need a third party for that. You don't need to sell it to some Russian website or whatever. I think the only game I paid in currency was Warframe because it was worth it on Blade and Soul because you get a lot of outfits. You didn't get only items for progression. Sometimes people just wanted the outfits. That would only come from those trove boxes. Sometimes there were outfits that would come in the trove boxes that were tradable. So people would get those boxes and sell the boxes. And in that box of outfits, there could be like 6 outfits. And then you would buy all those boxes to try and get your preferred outfit. But once the person with the trove already got all the outfits, they didn't need it anymore. So those boxes would sell for cheap sometimes. Because everybody had them. So there's so many different ways you could go against piracy. I don't know how much Steam charges for playing on their server. if you make a game. But there could be a lot of things like that. I think they should invest more in co-op experiences or online experiences. $50 to publish. I mean, but you make a lot more than that easily. If you make a decent game, you already make more than that. There's no way you don't make that back. Free to play devs be like, oh, panic. It's free to play is more like free to pay, and it's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I just think that the way they try to do on companies sucks. The free to play part. It doesn't entice people to spend more money, and it doesn't let the people who don't have money get those things without putting in money as easily. Apparently, that was changed in Throne and Liberty. There was a weird ass system that they did there, and apparently it works. But it seems like it works because people don't have as much items. So, like, you can go in a group. You go in a group, and then you farm the item. If you kill the raid boss, and then a random person gets the loot. The first loot, whatever. Let's say it's a weapon. That much didn't change, but for example, you cannot bid on items. So you get the item, it's random. And then you can sell that item for coins, but those coins can only be bought with real money. So you cannot sell them for gold, essentially. You sell them for a coin that can only be gotten for Corpa. But the thing is, if they buy the item from you, now you have the coins that are Corpa. And now you can use the coins that are Corpa to get items from that said store. Win-win. Right? But it works because there's not as many items. So if you get a good item and you put it in there and there's someone who's paid to win that gets it, they give you a lot of coins and then you get your items back. And then if there is a lot of items, they're going to be super cheap. So you could either just buy them or farm them later on. So it's an interesting idea, I guess, to combat free-to-play problems. But meow. Because what they said is it doesn't matter too much because the gap between you having, let's say, a purple item versus the other person having a red item is not actually that big. It's not like they're so much more powerful that it's impossible to beat them. It's just like status, pretty much. And a little bit of advantage, but not too much. In Blade and Soul, that would be so different because Blade and Soul, the people who paid for the trove and spent thousands on it, they would get so much stronger. Especially PvP was ruined by those trove things. PvP and Blade and Soul had a totally different gear for it. So you had to farm a different set of gear just for PvP. Like the buffs, everything was entirely different. So that you could live longer while taking hits from people. And you could get all that gear from Trove. All from Trove. And then if you try to fighting people like that on the arena, 6 versus 6, it was literally impossible. Literally, like, forget about it. You're not going to win. It's over for you. So it died. It just died. And then they had an arena that was, regardless of items, it was more pure skill, pretty much. I still don't know why that one died, because that was the most fun thing you could ever have in that game was the arena. And once that died, the game started dying, which is very interesting. Probably because it wasn't rewarding to do it. At the beginning, it was very rewarding, but then it wasn't. Also, meow. Forgot to remove the sound. I put it at 250 because now, from now on, I'm gonna be the one doing it live. Meow. Meow. Wait. Oh. 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 Oh, there you go. Yeah. Why is it black? Anyway. I don't like PvP in MMORPG games, but I do love competitive piss. Bro, like how does Counter-Strike... I mean, Counter-Strike has sponsors, I guess, right? Because CS2, it's technically free to play. You don't have to pay for anything. Unless you want skins, which you can trade for thousands of dollars. and you don't owe anything to the company. So it's pretty interesting how it works. But I guess it's because they have a lot of sponsors that they don't need people to pay anything. Which MMO is not dying?
Other MMOs should recognize the success of Final Fantasy XIV's approach to dungeons and specifically the next. They were able to continue to give players great in-game rewards for their achievements, rather than locking them all in a cash shop. They were able to crank the cinematic spectacles to 11 on the group content, and I think that's something a lot of MMOs forget. Raids, trials, and dungeons, they should be spectacles in 2022 and beyond. It's exciting to imagine an MMO that does what Final Fantasy XIV does well, while
Final Fantasy XIV, but with Blade and Soul combat. I'm just saying, Square Enix, you can do it. Come on. It would be perfect. You have the perfect game. Just your combat is boring as shit. Just saying. Your combat is boring as hell. Make it better. I would play it for sure. Send them an email. Yeah. Like they have the mechanic fights that Blade and Soul have. Just that the fighting itself is so damn boring. Sorry if there's people who like the game, but
does not. I think there's
once you play Blade and Soul, your mind changes
MMO
about
to succeed
this.
alongside Final Fantasy XIV and to even surpass it. There is so much to be learned from its success and from the failure of its peers. For the sake of the genre, I just hope future MMOs are paying attention. As for the future MMOs, if your plan is to build an incredibly inconvenient MMO and sell us the convenience, if your plan is to try to sell a pay-to-win MMO in the West, if your plan is to be an MMO with all the best cosmetics locked in the cash shop rather than make it feel old compared to modern RPGs. The questing experience.
You're fighting a huge ass dragon.
The story. There's literally almost zero combat while questing. It's mostly talking to one NPC and then the next until you unlock a with mobs and overland content. It's almost always better to leash them and then talk to
You're fighting this huge guy and look at your attacks. You're like the slowest bun ever.
If you're new to the game, you're gonna have to spend a lot
How does
of
that
hours
even hurt the
working through
boss?
story alone before you can spend any significant amount of time with your friends. But despite all of this, Final Fantasy XIV is one
This
of
is like a
only
level
2
10
MMOs
character
that fall into S tier for me. I absolutely
in the
love
game,
it, but I also
but he's actually
recognize
level
its shortcomings.
80.
It's exciting to imagine an MMO that does what Final Fantasy XIV does well while improving on what it does not. I think there's absolutely room for
Look at
another
that.
big MMO to succeed alongside Final Fantasy XIV and to even surpass it. There is so much to be learned from its success and from the failure of its peers. For the sake of the genre, I just hope future MMOs are
It's so weird. Now let's find some Blade and Soul combat, okay? Blade and Soul. Oh, how about I do... How about I do... What is it? Blade Master. Birds pack. Fight. What is this? Shrouded or Genera no mod soul. Okay, this is a solo combat. Look at this. You have to knock down. You don't stay around. You gotta move. You gotta have all these techniques and stuff. Otherwise you just freaking die. Like, that is a good combat. You know what I mean? And this is action combat too. It's pretty much supposed to be instant combat, so it's not like delayed reactions. It's kind of like playing a rhythm game. It's just like Osu. You have to react and learn patterns. And this is just one class too. Like if I do... Like if I do Archer. Do you want to see Archer? There's Archer. There's only overview. Where is it like... Archer POV. Same guy, same boss, I guess. This is a solo boss as well. There's no sound, bruh. Your character moves fast, is not like a slob. Look how many attacks he's doing. And she needs to be closed like this because of how the bosses attack. So if she moves far away, the boss is just gonna hunt her down like a maniac. And this might look easy, but you try to do this, it's like Osu, man. You take a while to learn all these patterns and stuff. And then to optimize it so you can kill it. Especially if you don't have a lot of damage. Compared to the boss time. Let's see, this guy is... He has another minute and 30 to kill it. So he's pretty ahead of it, I guess. I used to like to play this Blade Dancer. Blade Dancer. I want rotation, bro. I want to see some fight. Come on, let's go. Now you sync them. Okay, this is a... Ugh. What is this song? Don't get me copyrighted, man. Yeah, look at that. And like, for example, you would get, I don't even know what this song, I'm gonna mute it. And so you would get like, some skills and rotations would unlock and be better if you get better items. That also was a thing. This, you had to carry this guy here and make a chain reaction. Yada yada. If you did this wrong, you would die. So like some rotations were better, but for example, you needed a badge or what, or a different item that would decrease a certain time you need for a buff so that you could rotate better and have more stable damage and stuff. That was the biggest motivator loop because your rotations would be changing over time. So I got to a point where they couldn't change it anymore. Then they started making third spec classes, like third elemental, whatever. Smooth. You see what I mean? They're so fighter. Oh, so fighter, so pretty. So fighter. Size DPS test. Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. Why is it so low? There's Kung Fu Masters and Soul Fighter. This is Soul Fighter. Boom, 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 boom. Some classes are more rotation based, some were more damage based. I like more management based. And you're not seeing this, but sometimes he has to block, sometimes he has to dodge, sometimes he has to resist. Those red attacks or yellow attacks or purple attacks too. And it's all while keeping a rotation and stuff. So imagine Final Fantasy 14, but this combat. Boom. They got it. They got it in the bag. Would go insane. But anyway, I think we go to this young lady here. They're playing the game. That is very funny and very cool too. And I think they didn't make any progression, it seems. Hey, let's go. They didn't make any progression. They're still stuck. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow there's Alex therapy. Alex is gonna look for me and he wants therapy and he doesn't know that I'm the therapist. His own ex, but he's kind of stupid, so you know. It is how it is. We're gonna see what he has to cook. And I'm gonna take care of it. The therapist. In disguise.
It doesn't